Hello. Live? Hello, is this working? Cool. Yeah, hi, hello, happy new year. Welcome to 2021. It's been a fat minute since I did some streaming, but I think we're doing okay now. Thank you to those who were patient and waited. Took a little break to finish studying for the GRE back in December, and then I kind of just kept taking a break, but that's okay. Anyway, that was one of my goals for this month, was to get back on the horse a little and roll out. Welcome. How's everyone doing? Hope y'all are having a good evening. I think now that the whole pregame of the Super Bowl is done, you can get to the main event. What's this? Yeah, we're going to be playing some a little easy and some a little old tonight. Something I haven't actually done on the channel yet, I guess here in the stream. So we're going to be... Let me just flip the old box on. Hell yeah. First you draw a circle, then you dot the I's, and a great big smile, and presto, it's motherfucking Kirby. I should know it was an educational stream tonight. Yeah, we're playing Kirby's Adventure on the NES. Old, real old. I saw someone post a stupid tweet that said... Yeah, yes, this is the real Super Bowl. Thank you. No, yeah, someone posted a stupid Twitter post where, like, there was a commercial. I had a Super Bowl on the background. I don't care for either of the teams, so I just had it on as background noise for most of the afternoon. But there's a commercial in which it reenacted some of the old Wayne's World skits. It was really awkward because, I mean, Mike Myers and Dana Carvey are just old as shit now. And then Cardi B was in the commercial, though, you know, younger Cardi B. And someone made a comment that Wayne's World first came out, like, way before Cardi B was, or something like that. I forget what the comparison was. That's not the point. Anyway, I was just saying... Oh, no, wait, that wasn't the point I was trying to make. No, it was either something about Cardi B being young or Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback for the Chiefs, also being young. Either way, this game, I think, existed before Patrick Mahomes did, so there you go. Regardless, this game is fun as shit. So, those of you who don't know, you may actually know this game. You just don't know that you know this game. So this is the second Kirby game. I really love Kirby. Kirby might be one of my favorite game series. I know my favorite game of all time is a Kirby game. It's Kirby Superstar. We'll play that someday. I don't think I've done that on stream yet. No, I have not. But I figured, hey, I've never done a Kirby game, and I wanted an excuse because I did some cleaning and rearranging in my living space recently, so I had much easier access to my NES. I haven't taken the old box out in a long time. It's probably the oldest system I have. I used to have some older things, but when I realized I pretty much never used them, / didn't have TVs that they could connect to anymore, I just sold them off to people who would probably rather get a much better time out of them than me. And anyway, NES is kind of the oldest thing I hold on to now, and only really have a handful of games for, but this is one of them. Kirby's Adventure is fantastic. I'm also going to apologize if this is only running in mono sound. That's not my fault. That's just the most I have for the NES right now. I don't have a stereo sound splitter for it, so forgive the unfortunate nature of the audio, but at least it hopefully sounds clean. I had to make sure this thing was all set to be working anyway. Oh yeah, Kirby's Adventure. This is the second Kirby game. The first Kirby game is Kirby's Dream Land on the Game Boy. And I always thought this came out after Kirby's Dream Land 2, but it looks like this is the second Kirby game. They're like, fuck it, we'll put them on the NES. And this came out in like 93, which is really weird because that's like 2 years after the Super Nintendo was already out. And back then, that's a lot in game years, but yeah, don't worry about it. Either way, it's a Kirby game. The thing with the first Kirby game is that game is very simple. Like, this game kind of made Kirby what he is based on what I know. I mean, you had the real basics early on. But what I was going to get at is that even if you think you don't know this game, you may know this game because this game got a remake in like 2002 on the Game Boy Advance called Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. So a lot more people have probably played this game than probably think have played this game, because again, this came out pretty late in the life of the NES, which nowadays, I mean, what, PS5 and the new Xbox Series S, that are whatever the hell the new Xboxes are, because their stupid names are stupid. There's new consoles, but right now, especially because backwards compatibility has sort of floated back around as being a thing people have voiced that they care about, we're still going to be getting games that work on, you know, Xbox XXX. That we're still going to be getting games for like the PS4 and the Xbox One, well, that work for that, as well as like being the enhanced version on PS5 and stuff for a while. And the same thing happened last console generations have gotten longer. There's less of like a fine divide of like, okay, the new box is out. So that all leads back around for me to say that the fact that this game came out a year or two after the NES was already kind of put off to pasture in favor of the Super Nintendo, which was getting like solid games and stuff. You know, I mean, you had Mario World, you had Link to the Past, Final Fantasy IV, a lot of those early like launch titles. No Kirby game yet though. I think there were some side games, but okay, cool. I'm never good at that side game. Anyway, where was I going with that? So yeah, the fact that this game came out but was still kind of kicking ass. Like, look at this thing. This is a game for the same system that had like the original Mario Bros on it. They were really, by the end of its life, they at least learned how to suck the most out of this little thing. So you have to play a little crane game here. Simulate going to a good old round 1 arcade. What's that like anymore? No one knows. But yeah, I've never actually fully finished this version of the game, so that's why I figured it'd be fun to kind of just sit back, play something real casual and easy for my first night back on in a bit. And but play something familiar, because like I said, Nightmare in Dreamland, that was my shit on the Game Boy Advance. That's a real good Kirby game. So it'd be kind of nice to fully see if I can dig all the way through this one and see how it compares. But either way, I've got a bunch of extra lives. Cool. Either way, whichever way you're playing this game, it's a real solid good time. I think this is actually available on some of like the the Wii, wait, no, not the Wii Shop anymore, Christ. If you have a Switch right now, I'm pretty sure if you pay for their Goopy online service that are running on their like 20-year-old servers, which they recently announced, that's true, look it up, that this is, at least they give you this in like the selection of NES games on there, which is actually kind of nice, because a lot of the times I feel like I make an effort to just play weird shit off my shelf, and like 9 out of 10 times you, oh shit. 9 out of 10 times you will probably be asking, oh, hey, Roblink, where can I play this really neat looking game? And I'm like, I don't know, man. You hope you can either emulate or use eBay, because unfortunately, game be hard to find sometimes. But I mean, that's why I like to stream and show off fun things, to at least let people know what it's like, you know, even if I can't fully give them an easy way to access it. But yeah, if you do pay for the Nintendo Switch Online service, in the NES game selection that's available to everyone, I'm pretty sure Kirby's Adventure is part of that. So if you'd like to try this after, and this looks neat, there you go. That's a nice little simple plug there versus usually just telling people, oops, you're SOL. Ooh, excuse me. But yeah, Kirby. Now this game's real fun. So let's see. Biggest thing this game I think brought to the table were power-ups, or excuse me, not power-ups, but powers. So in the first Kirby game, the Kirby still floats, and then you can still suck up enemies and spit them out. Nintendo Scam Online. Yeah, oh gosh. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I get real heated talking about online paywalls on consoles. I don't blame anyone who's like, man, I just want to play games with my friends, and if all your friends have PS4s, or all your friends have Xboxes, or, you know, or even Switches at this point, that's what you got to do. Set it up and play with your friends. That's what, you know, make the best experience you can, you know, with what you got. But on the flip side, I still don't think it's great that consoles have online paywalls. Like, I don't know, I've seen people like come out of nowhere to defend it sometimes, and I'm just like, none of this matters for shit, because I can do everything for free when I play online on my PC. So like, none of your arguments hold weight. Like, the only arguments I've seen to ever like that justify that, or at least make sense to me, are the ones where it's like, I get that MMOs require a monthly sub because those are like the livest of live service games possible, and you're like, at that point I consider it like you're paying rent to use like a server space. You know, you can't just host everyone. Yeah, I mean, that's essentially what it is. The logic, the one like argument I think that does hold weight for that is because like apparently not apparently, but consoles are often sold at a loss. So like, even if consoles sell millions, like I don't know what the raw cost of like a PS4 would have been when it first came out. Like nowadays, what it goes for is probably similar, much more closer in price to what it would actually go for in terms of cost. But it's like the assumption is that they'll make back their sales in like millions of figures, and then also like other little ways is like that's how they offset those losses. I don't know. That sounds about right to me. You know, you gotta make up the cost of it. To me, it's like, man, so instead of just like paying up front, you're just gonna nickel and dime everyone, which is just like, I mean, I would pretty much, like, aside from the Switch, because that's the only like Nintendo exclusives or Nintendo exclusives, like any other big online game, if I'm going to touch it, is probably just going to be something I'll get on PC. Except at least that's just me. Again, no knocking anyone who has to use whichever service, you know, is available to them. Like, you know, just play with your friends, have fun, do whatever works for you. You know, no shame in that game, but still. Oh my. Get away from me, burning thing. Where was I going with that? Yeah, oh yeah, because I was saying you can get Kirby on the Nintendo Online service. Yeah, regardless, if you do have it, go with that. But, yeah, online fees on consoles aren't really my favorites. It's the only time that ever makes sense is, like I said, MMOs, but MMOs are always on PC most of the time. And then I've seen people say, like, for first-party servers, so, like, if I was on a PS4, or I guess Nintendo at that point, which is like, I get it, but like most of the big online games for consoles tend to be like third-party games, sans, you know, obviously Nintendo stuff. And this is the power-up room. Here's a colorful display of enemies with, yeah, okay, there we go. I'll try out Sword Kirby in this game. Only virtual console game I play on Switch on it. Yeah, DK Country, that's a good one. Donkey Kong Country's great. Like, that's a whole other subtitle. You know, I guess I could go into that too. But yeah, where is this? Yes, it just, I don't know. I think at this point, it feels like there's just no, to me, logical reason why online fees should exist on consoles anymore. Especially too, because it's like they say like, oh, it's up to the developer whether they want to like be under that brand of service or not. So I mean, at that point, if that money does at least get like equally distributed across third-party developers, then I get. Oh, I'm supposed to go up, not down. I'm stupid. I thought the level was trying to lead me down. Oh, Ice Guy. This guy always pulls ice cubes out of his butt. Man, so many of these bosses are like first timers in this game. I forgot about that. But there you go. I keep getting off topic here because I see cool Kirby shit happening like right in front of me that I forget. Like, this is only the second Kirby game and came out pretty quick after the first on Game Boy. So this is like they added so much in such a short time to this one. Yeah, hopefully someday we see a reverse to that, but I'm gonna say probably not, just because, Jesus, I'm taking damage like crazy. This game's no joke. Where was I going with that? Yeah, hopefully we see a change someday. I'm not holding out for it. Oh, Needle. Oh, shit. I always thought Needle was a new addition. Never mind. I forgot how many of these powers were, like, first in this game. That's crazy. Oops. Man, I'm not doing very good, am I? It's okay. No one said old Kirby games were easy. That's not true. I probably said that several times. But yeah, so maybe someday we will not see console online fees anymore. I think we've moved past that. Oh, hello, Meta Knight. Just kind of saved my ass there. Oh, it doesn't heal me. It just makes me invincible. Damn it. I guess I'll try and get the one up. I can't get up there. Okay, never mind. Go, go, go. Come on, Hyper Kirby. Yay, I survived. There we go. I got the timing right at least. Maybe they'll heal me. But yeah, yeah, I'm also like digging deeper into like the joke I made earlier. So like Nintendo apparently in like a recent article / interview, they were like, "Oh man, you'll never believe it. Guess how old our game servers are? They're like 20 years old." And people were like, "Excuse me, what the fuck? Like, sir." Yeah, it's pretty weird, but at the same time, I mean, that's to be expected. It's kind of just like, man, y'all were the last company to get people to, I guess, or I guess like add an online fee to your consoles, and like not only that, but like now this is gonna be an easy ass boss fight. I thought I was gonna get killed and have to start over. That's okay. Wispy Woods is always easy. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, no, Nintendo was the final of the big three to really be like, hey guys, here's some online fee now, but we'll give you some games to play with it. And it's just, I don't know, the way they do their like virtual console service and how they've done like their distribution of classic games has always been pretty like big size. Like, you know, like it takes so little effort to do just that much more and kind of just do a little more with it. And they have like the catalog of like all the companies that could have like a decent catalog of classic stuff. They would have the catalog. Like, people are gonna buy Nintendo stuff all the time. And, like, that's just always how that's gonna be, especially the old stuff. Like, no matter what. And it's just like when they had the virtual console on the Wii, that was all right. Because it was like, you know what? This is your first try, and the Wii was a much simpler system, power-wise. Like, it wasn't, like, online wasn't a massive... Look at fire. I don't like the spike in this game. Online wasn't, like, a massive part of the Wii. It was just, you know, a very rudimentary system. I mean, people always joke that the Wii was like someone duct taped 2 GameCubes together in terms of comparable power. It's like, yeah, that's about... It's about right. But the Wii... Like, I'm not even talking about games. Like, the Wii has great games on it. You just have to dig for them sometimes. But in terms of the system itself and online and functionality, like, weirdly enough, like, as rudimentary and simple as the Wii was, the Wii had, like, the most robust online front in terms of what was offered in, like, game variety. Like, by the end of it, you were getting Neo Geo arcade ports and other weird, like, Sega things, and, like, it was pretty cool. And they had N64 games, and it was just, like, at that time, like, in 2006, I remember the big deal was just like, yo, you're gonna buy a Wii, and you can, like, download Mario 64 and Sonic the Hedgehog on it, and I was just like, okay, that sounds like some crazy shit way back then, but then, you know, digital storefronts took off, and you could do that on any system, maybe not that specifically, but... You know, it was something. But, then, like, the biggest, I think, offense with it was, like, not even just that when the Wii U came out, that, you know, it's like, okay, you could at least transfer your Wii system stuff, and you'd have to enter, like, a Wii emulator inside the, where's I going with that? Oh, I gotta eat the eggs, okay. Hold on. Oh, you're supposed to go till you get hit. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, but there was a... Where was I going with that? Yeah, when you loaded up Wii games, however you did... Kirby time. Oh, yeah, it's always Kirby time. Hell yeah. No, yeah, when you... welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight. After the pregame of the Super Bowl. No, where was I going with that? Yeah, the Wii U was, Oh, because it had its own quote-unquote virtual console library, which added some cool things on there, but to, like, get to all your old Wii virtual console games, you had to, like, turn on the Wii emulator on the console, and then load up the Wii menu, and then go from there, and it lacked some of the features of the Wii U virtual console. It was weird. And for the games that were on both services, they had, like, a weird cross-buy, but not really system, because you still had to pay, but you got discounts. I don't even know if that was actually here in the US, because that's where I am. I know in Japan that was a thing, but maybe I'm also just going crazy. But yeah, either way, yeah, it was a bummer, because it's like, okay, well, you moved on to a more robust console, maybe you'll unify your storefronts. It's like, no, that's okay, but, like, maybe you'll future-proof it for next time. And then, no, they just didn't. Like, they had them unified between the 3DS and the Wii U. You could see, you know, your purchases across both. And there were some games, I think, that were cross-compatible. Like, indie stuff, of course. But, look at this goofy-ass wheelie in here, by the way. Man, they really went all out on this game. Like I said, I've played more of the remake of this, Nightmare in Dreamland, versus this original version, but I have played this before. I just kind of forget that it's really good. So I guess tonight's a good night, if anything, to just sit back and enjoy some Kirby. But, yeah, online storefronts, virtual console. I guess I was leading up with that to say it's just like, I don't know, I think it's just such a, like... It's not a crime, but it should be a crime the way, like, Nintendo easily has probably, like, the strongest, like, on their own classics library of any company, sans maybe, like, what's in the PS1 catalog on PSN still right now, which I'll get to that in a minute, just talking about digital storefronts, but, yeah, I don't know, I think that for, like, the third system now on a Nintendo console, they have, like, once again reset the bracket, as it were, for their online classics offerings, and, like, now you offer, like, the least of all. Actually, no, I wanted to Parasol. Damn it, I like Parasol Kirby. Because it's just, like, he doesn't... Oh, shit! I thought that was water! It was water, but it was too far away. That's okay. That gives me the Parasol now. That was all on purpose. Can you dash? Okay, no, because you don't have as many moves with Kirby. That's the thing. Kirby got, like... move sets in later games. Like, I recently actually played Kirby Triple Deluxe. Just going on a Kirby tangent too. I mean, we're playing Kirby, so it's the main event. But no, recently I caught up and played Kirby Triple Deluxe on the... Damn it! No, actually my Parasol. Oh, well, it's not that great in this game. On the no, I'll go up here. Damn. Can I not? Oh, I'm not able to do that fast enough. Is there another power up here, maybe? Yeah, no, Kirby, where was I going with that? I mean, obviously, he's going to do more in newer games, but in Kirby's Triple Deluxe on the 3DS, which I skipped at first. I played the second Kirby game, which everyone should go play on 3DS, Planet Robobot. That one's really good. Superstar. But yeah, like, from Superstar onwards, like, each weapon, so like, oh, well, I just lost my weapon. Fantastic. Oh, even normal Kirby has a little moveset. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Okay, there we go. Yeah, even normal Kirby has a moveset, but let me just get a power up again so you guys can see an example. But yeah, yeah, from Superstar onwards, which Superstar is probably my favorite game of all time. There's a long story behind that. But yeah, in Superstar though, which was like, if this game, like this game right here, added so much for just being like a late life NES game, Kirby Superstar did the same thing, but by like 100-fold. In terms of like, no, this is like what a Kirby game is and can be. Damn it, I'm getting hit like crazy. Oh no. Walked right into a boss fight on this. Okay, never mind, wait. Oh! Oops. This game doesn't pull punches. These older Kirby games are good. Hello, hello, how are you? I'm doing good. Yeah, no, it's some Kirby tonight. Where was I going with that? But yeah, the Superstar movesets, those are really good. That's like when I think Kirby got like, because you had Kirby 1, which is like, okay, here's the idea of Kirby. Then you have this game, which is like, here's like a little more meat on the bone. But then Superstar was like, oh no, here's how to write an encyclopedia on Kirby in terms of like how much. That's like, again, there are a lot of reasons why that's probably my favorite game of all time. But like just off the top of the cup, like just simple. Like there are plenty of games that I love. If I haven't made that apparent, like anyone who knows me or anyone who follows me in general, like there's a very short list of games that I'm truly like, man, I genuinely am not into this game. Usually I can get very excited about different aspects of game stuff all around. Yeah, Kirby Superstar, probably favorite of all time. So I'm glad to finally be getting some Kirby on the stream here as we come back. There we go. Okay, I think I get the timing for that. What were we even talking about? Oh yeah, Nintendo's virtual console stuff kind of sucks these days. That's the easiest way of putting it. And that's just a shame. That's really all I gotta say about that. Because it's like that. I feel like putting it behind the quote-unquote online paywall is just like a way of them to kind of, I guess, justify the system. But it's a shame because like now that it's paid for, like your games are still being drip-fed out the same way you always did it. Like it's not like you're getting more. Like where was it? Like Mr. Mariachi Will here said that he wished there were some N64 games. And yeah, I think a lot of people want that. Like just anything else. It's a shame too, because on the Wii U, even though that virtual console had to start fresh again and had some familiar things, that one still had N64 games, and then, well, awkwardly skipped over GameCube, but they did add Wii and DS games, which the DS one especially, I thought that was really cool. I downloaded one or two of those when I had my Wii U plugged in still, I mean, back in the Wii U years. What a time to be alive, right? No, hell yeah, Kirby, thank you for joining us today. Where was I going with that? But yeah, being able to, like, because the thing that was cool about the Wii U's emulator sets was, so like, I'm totally just gonna not play Kirby here for a second. So like, when you like loaded up a DS game, like imagine here's the Wii U gamepad, right? But it had all these configurations, where you could like make it so one screen is the gamepad, one screen is on the TV, or like both screens are on the gamepad. There was so many different configurations for it. It was like the gamepad was a weird little part of the Wii U, but it was still like there were cool ideas there. Rhythm Heaven's the shit. Yeah. That's a good. Both of those on the DS and the Wii. I mean, there's a bunch of them and other stuff, but that's when we started getting them. But yeah, Rhythm Heaven Fever, I think is the Wii one. I read somewhere. I would play that one night, but I need to make sure my monitor and stuff my monitor is synced up decently enough to play some rhythm games, which I should do that soon because I have a big plan for that coming around my birthday, but I don't want to spoil that yet for anyone who wants to hang around till then. My birthday's in March, by the way, so we have some time. But oh, Xenoblade X, yeah. To me, that's like Xenoblade X is probably the one game I'm still waiting to. Oh, I didn't think he was gonna go through the star blocks. Oops. Oh god. Oh gosh. Wow. There was a lot of knockback on that. Oops. That's okay. I have a lot of lives. That's why I keep doing all the extra life mini games. Where's I going with that? There we go. What's weird about this game is that you have to hold up for Kirby to float still. It's not like perfect. Like you still jump with A, but you don't like you don't tap A to fly, and or you can just hold up and he'll go. It's not the weirdest thing because this game's still kind of simple, but that's part of why I'm a little clunky still with this, and I'm also just bad, but that's just me. But yeah, Wii U, despite the not so greats about it, had some pretty cool greats about it, and one of them I think was the way it handled like all like the dozens of controller remapping options you had on its. Gosh, I'm just taking all the hits from this one. Damn, okay, well now I've got to do this the old-fashioned way. Can I even... There we go. Oh my, okay. Okay, so you can't let up on that up button. Okay, there we go. What does this guy give me? Oh, Mike! Man! I forgot Mike is in here. Okay, yeah, all these, like, things get added in this game. Like, talk about setting a blueprint at that point. I mean, that's Kirby, though. Kirby games, like, make strong early statements and then have, like, probably the best progression of difficulty in video games. At least for, like, a balance between, like, a newcomer could pick this up and get what's going on, if they struggle a little bit. But, like, a seasoned player can kind of coast easy on. As I die right there. But still, like, get a good challenge out of it. Always a good balance in Kirby games. I think some are a little more... Yeah, exactly. I think some Kirby games, like... Or I guess if you look to riff on Kirby stuff for a second, like... I always tell people, I don't believe there are any bad Kirby games. I think there are Kirby games that are better than others by, like, a lot, depending on the game. But, like, the worst Kirby game is still maybe, like, a 7 on 10 or something. Because, like, at that point, even, let's not even say worst, let's just say least interesting. Or, like, there's some spin-off ones. Like, there's a Kirby's Block Ball on Game Boy. There's a Kirby's Avalanche, is like a Puyo Puyo clone, I think. And there's some other ones. Like, there's fun stuff. But there's also, like, then you get into, like, crazier. But then there's even, like, crazier, fun Kirby spin-offs, like Tilt and Tumble or Air Ride or... Just, like, anything that's, like, oh, let's make a Kirby game that's, like, not really a Kirby game that just uses cute ass and, like, do other things. Like, that's cool. God damn it. I was trying to time that right. And Air Ride's a big fan favorite. I don't know. Like, most people you meet, because Air Ride uses, like, the same, like, Kirby Superstar. Like, at that point, it's just, like, the Sakurai design toolkit for, like, how to... make a content-filled game. Yeah, exactly. That's the one. That's the thing everyone remembers, just because it's so, like, here's a cool racing game, but also here's, like, kind of an adventure mode and, like, all this other stuff. It's just, like, fill your game to the brim with stuff to do. It's really, really strong. I mean, most people like that. I mean, it carries in there, it carries in Smash Bros. It carries over in, I wanted fire. I forgot I had laser. You know what? I'll keep laser. I feel like long range is going to help. Is that a battle room? Oh, yeah, it is. I'll come back there later. Kid Icarus Uprising, that's the one. Yeah, I should go back and play that someday. Man, that game is really cool. I always hear that everyone says they, like, break their wrists when they play that game. If you've never played it before, it's a DS game that's also, like, a shooter, like a first-person-y, third-person, wait, no. It's a third-person kind of shooter. It's really weird. It's got a really weird set of controls to learn and deal with. That's Kid Icarus Uprising. But I played through the whole game, and I don't know. I don't remember having issues with it. Maybe people who review games are just old. I mean, that game came out when I was like 20. I don't know. Javier played it out myself. Yeah, no, it's a really good game. It's just like another really solid like Sakurai game. Like it's got, you know, his like same design philosophies of like fun single player content, like pack it to the brim with shit to do and unlock. But I also hear people just saying the control scheme like either ruined their wrists or like at least gave them some pain, and I was like, I thought it was okay. But I'm terrified to go back to it because I'm like, shit, what if that actually is me now? Or maybe not. Maybe everyone else who complains about it is just weak. No, yeah, it's great. If anyone has seen Pitt's like dialogue that can pop up in the background if you have it on when he's talking to like Palutena, that's supposed to be like her scanning like enemies in that game, but they transfer that over to Smash Bros. So she does like the codec entries basically for like anyone you fight in Smash. Like, oh, watch out, Pit, that's Solid Snake over there. You know, it's like stuff like that. It's the same style, but yeah, it's good stuff. Man, not much else to say about that. Not much else to say about Virtual Console stuff. I just wish Nintendo was better at it. That's been the mood for a long time. That's why it's like, ugh, I don't know. I just feel like they like. I never want to tell a company like, oh, you know, like, how are you not doing better work? I'm not the one working at that company, but I just feel like in this digital age, especially the way things are now, it's like it doesn't line up in my head. Like, how does Nintendo just not have a better Virtual Console selection? Like, you have shit people are willing to just literally throw money at. Like, especially in the age of when, gosh, I can't hit that guy. Okay, never mind. When like Virtual Console or just like digital downloads, like $5-10 a pop little things, like people are way more willing to do that. But like, nah, let's go buy our very temporary release classic consoles in a store for only 6 months. That's what you wanted, right? that's a knock at the NES and SNES classics respectively, which are fun little boxes, but they are what they are. I'm almost kind of glad that, I don't know, like, I don't want to be negative. I think those are really strong boxes. Temporary All-Star. Oh yeah, that's even a whole other thing, because I've heard that, because see, regardless of where that ends up going, the thing is, you actively came out right now and said like, oh, hey, we're gonna celebrate Mario, this like beloved gaming icon, literally changed the face of quite a bit at the time he came out, and you know, just like we're gonna celebrate our Mickey Mouse and only let you celebrate him for like 6 months. Is, you know, a apt comparison perhaps, but yeah, it is just goofy to me, the Mario, what is it, 35th? Like, yeah, 35th stuff that they have right now. It's like, come on. It's just unfortunate. And I've seen people say, like, oh, but that means they're probably gonna like release it like individually afterwards, right? And I'm like, okay, dude. I've seen people say that, and I'm just like, where do you get that blind optimism from? Like, not to be negative, but it's also like, it's one of those things where, like, I mean, plenty of people love Nintendo. I love Nintendo stuff. Like, I don't think that's like Nintendo, the games company. The people who make games, yeah, that's the A+ shit. Put that in my veins. Nintendo, the hardware and technology manufacturer. Figure your shit out. that's how it be sometimes, or most of the time with them. But I don't know. I digress. I don't want to turn into like Donkey. Oh yeah, a little roller guy with the paint. I remember this boss. Yeah, so I don't know. I would hope that all that temporary Mario stuff, at least for fuck's sake, the games, the All-Star games, like, if you're gonna use that as an excuse to kick off your like beyond NES and SNES Virtual Console offerings, please, by all means, like, I'm not saying it's a great way to do it, but at the same time, it's like, look, if that's how you're gonna do it, I guess that's a cool way to like double back on that. I'm not doing good in this fight. Oh, okay. I think I guess gotta do it the old-fashioned way. There we go. That's actually doing pretty good. Anyway, yeah, fire was just too low range. I don't know, this game's a little weirder than I'm remembering it, but I guess, again, I haven't played the NES version too much. Where's I going with that? Shit. Oh, no. Ball? What's ball? Is this prequel to... Oh, damn it. I messed that up. I was gonna say, is this the prequel to Kirby Canvas Curse on the Nintendo DS, released in 2005? Oh, I should have gotten a power. Oh, actually, oh, this is what I would have used laser for, I guess, but screw it. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. Let's see if we can just spit it out. Where was I going with that, though? Don't know where I was going with all that. That's okay, though. Either way, yeah. Wish Nintendo was better with their digital store stuff. Specifically their classics catalog, but I think a lot of people wish that at this point. I wish that reached a little longer. I'm used to like having extra moves with the parasol. Okay, at least I'm doing a little better this time around. I'll be careful where I can. Oh look, it's me. I almost got him. Nice. Cool. It's World 2. I think there's like 6 or 7 worlds in here. This isn't a long game. It's pretty... Not saying I haven't gotten roughed up a bit, but it's pretty straightforward. I think there's a couple secrets, but I actually don't know if those modes would be here. I know there's like the Meta Nightmare mode in the Game Boy Advance version. Oh, I love this song. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, I think I had somewhere else I was gonna go. Oh yeah, because I was talking about storefronts, but so not just Nintendo's store, but like I even think like none of the stores are perfect, but I gotta say I at least admire the fact that like technically up to this point, PlayStation is the only one that's had like a completely like we haven't hit delete on anything yet storefront. Like not on specific titles. I mean, plenty of games have gotten like killed over time. Oh yeah, no, this soundtrack is still great. Like it's like so much of Kirby gets recycled music-wise in a good way. You know, like you'll remember all the good tracks as you are meant to, but still, it's like one of those, like, what do they say, unlocked memories? Like, oh yes. Wait for this fool to run. Okay, there we go. You can't get in with some of these moves. Long range is the way to go. But I guess I'm gonna learn today. Kirby said I'm gonna teach you. Okay, there we go. But I'm fine with that. Keep it simple. But yeah, because even though like they made some choices with the PS4 and like in terms of like their storefront stuff that I don't super agree with, but what's nice is that like for what they had before, like if I bought a PS1 game on my PS3 or PSP in say like 2009, like that's just on my PSN account. You know, that unless for some reason it gets super delisted or taken away or whatever, until they, you know, kaboom their whole store for whatever reason. How do we get in there? I don't know if I can. Okay, never mind. But yeah, until they kaboom their whole store. Oh, did I need to use the mic for that? Oh well. What is that? Oh, thank you for that. But yeah, until they kaboom their whole store, so far I gotta say, I think, you know, flaws aside, my favorite digital space for store stuff is at least PlayStation in terms of what's just generally offered. Because, like, if I tell someone, oh, this old weird PS1 game I think is still on the PSN store if you want an official way to play it, it's like, yeah, that's still kind of there. It's not perfect, but it's something. And Xbox is weird, because it's like, Okay, yeah, wait, so this one does give you the separation of, like, Fireball Kirby versus... Never mind. Versus Flame. Okay, cool, I wanted Fireball back. We got it. You got it, man. Oh, give me that. No! I wanted the tomato. I didn't think I was gonna burn it. Oh, well. But yeah, Xbox, I think, is the weirdest. Where it's, like, it's kind of a shame. Oh, look at that rotating pattern. Look how cool it looks. Oh. That's pretty cool. Big rotating tower. What a cool, like, set of effects for a NES game. Very impressive. Ow. Okay, there we go. I just want to do that and go higher. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. I think Spike actually might be helpful if there's more of those guys. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, the Microsoft Store, because original Xbox Live was... Oh, I have to get real close and personal to get... Oh, damn it. I probably needed a better power for that. But yeah, original Xbox Live was just this really weird service. You can call it a service that was like exclusive to just the original Xbox as they knew it, and like some of those servers got transferred over to 360, or like if you connected, like I think Halo 2 was the game where I remember people were like, yeah, no, there's still people like holding these lobbies up and like share hosting them, so like because they don't want them to go down just yet, because that was like the premier Xbox like game to play on original Xbox if you were playing online was Halo 2. And I played Halo 2 online back then. That was fun. For like the oh, okay. Well, hello, Ness. Give me a damn second. Good thing this game autosaves. Oh, I got real lucky and hit the reset button on that too. No one saw that. Damn. Thank you, auto-saving NES games. Again, this game came out in 1993. I'm pretty sure they knew how to make a good save file by then. Nobody saw that. Thank you, NES. Anyway, nothing to see here. That was probably the quickest flub we bounced back from, by the way. No disc reading here, just old... Okay, never mind. Hold on a second. I'm talking shit too fast. Okay, I'm gonna do it live. There you go, magic cartridge blowing on stream. I set everything up fine earlier, I'm surprised. This old bucket's just an old bucket. That's what it is. I mean, there's a way to... So I'm using one of the original NES's where you have to make sure it's plugged in just right, or the blinky light's gonna go off until it doesn't, telling you that like the board isn't perfectly connecting. Damn it, I had everything going so well. Just give me a second. It wouldn't be an NES stream without some weird stuff. I always wanted to get one of the top-loading ones, though, because those ones you just pop them on. I think they're made from slightly sturdier stuff. I like my little front box, but... Okay, well, give me a second. I didn't think we were going to have to do this. I spent all afternoon making sure the thing was going to turn on right. These things are just old. I think there's little things you can do to improve them, too, but that's kind of the fun of using it and... putting it back together, but oh, come on now. This one isn't even annoying. I'm surprised I get like 3 worlds in. Yeah, no, for real, if you're not... Sorry if there's a lot of sound popping, it's just like the... It's just the computer picking up the way I have the NES plugged in. Oh, come on. You guys get to see Kirby get drawn again if I can get this to work. I don't want to stop it here. We'll get it to work again, but this is how it be sometime when you do old NES stuff. With an old box that hasn't really been touched or modded much or anything. Yeah, I also cleaned off the cartridge with the Q-tip and stuff earlier. Most of it is like, I know they say you're not supposed to blow the cartridge, but everyone does it. Most of it's just like get any dust out of there. But the main thing you want to do is make sure you don't have like minimize any spit in your mouth. That's like the main reason why they're like, don't do that. I mean, obviously don't go blowing saliva in there. And use your wits about you if you do it. Anyway, give me just a tick. I at least want to get it to work again. Just finicky. And just so you guys can know I'm not bullshitting, here's my actual copy of the game. Like, look at the nice artwork on there, too. I'm kind of glad that happened. Get to show that off. But look at that. Look at Kirby's eating the whole game cover up. I guess this dude in the corner is like, oh, fuck. Anyway. Let me see if I can get this to pop on. Come on now. I'm glad this game auto-saves, though. Like, I knew there were save files, because, again, lots of later NES games had, like, save functions in them, or at least to the most basic level, but this one's at least on it. I know this old clunking thing gives me trouble sometimes, but it's mostly just probably because I don't use it as much as I used to. Like, I'll still pull it out every once in a while when I want to play Castlevania or something. That's my shit now. But damn it. Okay, hold on. I'm having fun with this. I mean, I expected something like this to happen at some point, but I figured we'd get a little farther. This is at least easier than messing with CD consoles, because this one, like, once it pops on, it'll pop right back on. Like, you don't even... Huh. I used to know some better maintenance techniques for this too, but most of it's just kind of blow, make sure everything's inserted, give it a nice press, and then... You would have figured me messing with this all afternoon would have got the kinks out, but I guess not. Everything's plugged in okay, so everyone bear with me. If this goes on for too long, I mean, I haven't been even going an hour. Ugh. That's unfortunate. I mean, again, I said this game wasn't long, but I at least wanted to try and get like halfway through. I'll try and hold the reset button. I once heard that was a thing that helps sometimes too. Man, I might actually go get a Q-tip if I can, but I used a Q-tip with a tiny bit of rubbing alcohol earlier to kind of dust off the innards, so it should be okay. I tried to get some other games to work earlier too, just for safety's sake. Man, my Mario Bros. 3 took a minute to get working. But this worked really fast, and like I undid it and did it a few times, and tried to make sure it was going good earlier, but well, hope everyone's night is going a little better than this. Again, I'm not so much worried about once the game gets started, it's just at this point starting it up. Like, this is better than that time when I think I was playing Mega Man Legends and we had to reset it. I guess it wouldn't be a stream for me if I wasn't able to have some flubs like this, right? This is the one thing I was worried about in terms of streaming the NES. I'll probably look into how to get the whole blinking light thing to go away. some point. I just pull this thing out so infrequently. It's still, like I said earlier, it's my oldest box I have laying around. But it's the oldest one I do want to keep, though, at least at this point. Shoot, come on now. I do apologize. I did not think this would be much of an issue. I spent the afternoon making sure things were working so it wouldn't do this. Because usually I can tell I'm getting close if the game actually... Well, if I can't get this to go, I don't want to just give up, but I've been counting, I've been sitting on the floor here for a few minutes now. I don't want this to drag too long if I re-upload this. Thank heavens I gave that one the blow from hell. Everyone quote that. Okay, everyone cross your fingertips. We're back. Hope you like drawing Kirby again. Okay, it says we're 20% through the game. Okay, so let's relax. Let's get back to it and let's see where we're at. I really hope that doesn't happen again. I don't know why that happened. Usually that'll only happen like once you get the game working. Usually that'll only happen if you kind of jostle the console. But thank you everyone for waiting through that very authentic NES experience. Wait, so if I pop him, does that get the tomato? Damn it, it doesn't. Okay, never mind. But yeah, thank you for your patience as I set that. And look at this though. Look at that cool rotating effect. That's some late life, top quality NES shit. See, I think another reason too why I love this game and wanted to take a look at this because I have a very specific like personal tick in terms of like a game preference that I have, or I guess more of like style of game preference, and that is I love games that were released like really late into a console's life. Like I want to see like what were you making the day before, like the day you knew all the tricks to this old blocks and were like already moving on to other shit. Like good examples would probably be like this game. I mean Kirby Superstar is actually similar on Super Nintendo. Other games that come to mind, I mean Vagrant Story on the PS1 is a perfect example. If y'all haven't seen that game, that is like one of the most beautiful PS1 games out there. It was one of Square's, I think, last games on the PS1, and you could really tell that they like put all their ideas in a pot, and like it's a really mechanically complex game for better or worse. Oh, I thought you could turn the tire from that. Damn it. Vagrant Story is a really mechanically complex game that I would actually like to like learn. And oh shit, I did it again. That's okay. I can kind of hide in the corner here. Vagrant Story, good. That's what I'm getting at. But it also has like a lot of like almost unnecessarily deep stuff to it, but like good deep stuff. But you gotta like learn how to cook that meal before you can eat it. Getting played by a giant tire. But what's another game that fits that bill? Conker's Bad Fur Day on the Nintendo 64 is a perfect example. That's like pushing the system to the limit and like looking real fine, and you know doing everything it can to like pull out everything that was cutting edge for 2001 back when that came out. I mean there's modern examples. Just think of anything. I mean I guess like a final modern example would be And people forget this, but both Metal Gear Solid 5 and Persona 5, because those are games with 5s that came to mind, were PS3 titles at first. You know, so like really just seeing like even though those have gotten like major upgrades on modern consoles with stuff like God, I almost got that health. Damn. I mean, you saw like you see major upgrades to them, and you know, oh God, I got suplexed. Where am I supposed to? Does he make little bugs come out? There you go. Damn, I'm getting played. Oh God. All these enemies just end up getting swatted down by my regular spitting shit out attacks. Oh, damn it. Yeah, this game really doesn't pull its punches. Some of the movements a little like stiffer than I'm used to with Kirby, but I don't want to call Johns or anything like that. I'll deal. I like how Kirby turns into like a little minty guy. God, how are you supposed to jump down to that? Like, I'm just not good at the mechanics in this one. I'm fine with that though. I'm too new. I'm used to too much of that new school Kirby. Ugh. Okay, wait. Can you bounce back over here nicely, please? Okay. There we go. Woo! Dodge that one. Look at him. He got played. There we go. But yeah, that was a big reason. Sorry, big tangent 'cause I was trying to beat this stupid bug boss. But that was a big reason why I wanted to finally get around to playing this, because of how late this came out in the NES's life. Because like, you can tell at this point how they really were able to like pull out all the stops for it, and I think that might be the biggest shame with how short console lifespans are these, or well, at least how they used to be. Because you know, a console might get a good like 5 years on the market, and then people move on to something else. I mean, that's just how the speed at which tech increases. Because you're always getting, people are always trying to sell you something newer, faster. Because something consumerism, all that good stuff. But you know, the reality of the world and the market aside, and a more artsy fartsy fancy, oh God, okay, cool, I wanted the ice. In a more artsy fartsy fancy world, you know, ideally something like the NES would have gotten like almost 10 years on the market to cook, and you'd see games like this that were like pushing the boundaries by the end. Maybe 10 years is generous, but at least like an extra year or two. And that's the thing, I mean, you had that extra year or two of it, like Nintendo games coming out for it, where it's like, you know, Kirby, but like this is a perfect example, but that's more rare than it would seem, you know. I don't know. I'm obviously being very idealistic and, you know, rose tinted about it. Oh no! Thought that was gonna come back, but you know, I think I just think that it's cool to see like how much developers learn to work within their limits on a console. Like, hey, we've had this. Oh gosh, oh, you can't all swallow those. Oh cool, okay. Like I think it's cool to see like, oh hey, like we've been working with this box for this long now. Like, what kind of real cool shit can we make with it before we have to learn another one? Oh, thank heavens. Perfect timing. But yeah, what kind of stuff can we make before we have to, you know, move on to the next, you know, with all our tools and tricks we've mustered up over all this time. I don't know. Stuff like that, like, is like, yeah, that's my favorite. It's like that on plenty of systems. Like, I think now, keep your eyes out for stuff on, like, PS4, Xbox One. It'll be a little different because of how I think the generational turn is a lot less in terms of, like, a power gap. But you still are going to get a lot of really cool stuff maybe coming. Like, I mean, perfect example of a newer game. If anyone is a big fan of the Yakuza games, I love those. Yakuza 7, subtitled Like a Dragon, oh, high jump Kirby, is actually, so it's the number 7 entry in the Yakuza series, but it's not really a reboot, it's a fresh start in that it uses a brand new main character. But that game is beautiful and is really pulling out all the stops, and you can see like how much that team has evolved in terms of making games, like that they went so far out of the way to make like a really good JRPG. Oh, hi Meta Knight. Are we gonna fight? Okay, no we're not. But Again, I always love seeing where creativity goes once developers learn the tools they're working with. You know, it's hard. It's hard to learn a new system to make stuff for, especially with, you know, not everything being the same. Where's I going with that? I don't know if I had anywhere I go with that. Just thoughts I was sharing, I guess. But yeah. Oh, right, because I was saying that that's partially why I wanted to play this game, because of how late in Ness's life it came out. There we go. I'm trying to think of other late release NES games. I know this is one of them. I think like Dragon Quest IV was one. There's like there were Mega Man games coming out. I mean, there are 6 Mega Man games on fucking NES, but ooh, nice. Ooh, give me that. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. But no, yeah, there were 6 Mega Man games on the NES. I think one of those probably came out the same year as this too. Oh, it's got the top. But yeah, there's that. There's what else am I thinking of? I don't know. At this point, I'm just going to be thinking of late released console games. What is this? Bullets coming out from a quick draw. When the enemy draws, press the A button. If you press it too soon, you'll get a penalty. Okay. Oh, okay. It was blinking until I was waiting. I thought you had to confirm start. Hold on. Pfft. Jesus, Kirby just blew that guy away. Sorry, we're getting real violent tonight. Oh, it's a reaction time tester. If anything. But yeah, even these mini games. Let me see. Even these mini games were eventually just used later in other Kirby games were like this style of. Oh, damn, he blew me away. Nice. Yeah, I think you would later see that style of like input timing test put in place with, like, I know Samurai Kirby is the one in Superstar, and there's some other ones too. Yeah, I think I gave my thought earlier, but in case anyone is new and stopped by, this is the No Bad Kirby Games stream, because there are no bad Kirby games. Only certain Kirby games that shine better than others, I think. Like, I genuinely can't think of a series that's more just, like, evenly spread, where, like, your lowest of the low is maybe a decent 7 on 10. Like, you know, it's not the most compelling game ever, but it's at least going to relax you and let you have a good time. Whereas, like, your bread and butter are, like, big 10 on 10s. Or not bread and butter, but your, like, top cream of the crop are real solid 10 on 10s. Like, not even joking. Jeez. Well, that's real fun. Oh, Ness. Okay. If I can at least get through World 3, man, it's gonna be a night, isn't it? It's okay. This game is short. I've been saying it the whole night, but is the length gonna come from me having to reset the damn box several times? Ugh. Just when I thought I had it. It loaded on real nice when I finally got it, too. Oh gosh, okay. Well, we'll keep trying a little more. If it reaches hour 2 of my stream, which I've been going for about an hour at this point, a little more, hour and 15. If I reach at least hour 2, and we're still having these problems, we'll probably call it at that point and just do a part 2, like, and make sure the NES is going to behave its damn self. But or maybe I'll call up my good friends at thisisdefinitely.emulatorstream.com and get something cleaner set up so I don't have to mess with this. Or maybe, you know what, screw it. Like, I'll at least finish the NES version. I was going to say maybe I'll load up my Game Boy player and get the remake going on the Game Boy Advance, but we will finish the NES version of this game. We might not 100% it, but well, a hero's work is never done. Back on the floor with me, right? Hold on, let me get this damn thing to function right for y'all again. We got through a level or two. I'll say that. We're climbing up the tower. If we can at least get past World 3, I'll be very satisfied at this point. Ugh. It's because I got blown away in that the quick draw minigame. I should have won. That's the game saying like, no, you're not good enough. You have to beat me up a little and treat me good before you can start playing again. I do apologize. This was definitely not my intention. But I know y'all are here for it, so thank you. Ah, there it is. So we got some noise. Almost there. Huh. How about that? It's like wanting to go, but it doesn't. Damn, it's like really stuck on that one. We got it, but not quite. We're like getting it now. We're getting some better contact. It's just like not as clean as it could be probably. The thing is, I probably need to get in there and clean out the pins on the actual console other than the inside. Oh great, now it's just not doing anything at all. There you go. Okay, third time's the charm. Meaning, oh shit. Never mind. Spoke too soon. Come on. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's at least getting the game to show up every time now. Hold on. Alright, everyone send up a prayer on this one. Come on. Nope. Exactly. Yeah, everyone draw a circle. Just draw it really, really garbled. Oh boy. Okay. This is... Yeah, so we're gonna see if we can get it to run one more time and stay smooth. And if not, well, we'll figure it out. Oh boy, okay. I just... This will make for great upload footage later, I'm sure. Man, I don't know what to do different than just keep giving it some extra breath and... and sending up prayers. Ugh. Well, the power's on, finally, but no one's home. First you draw a circle. Yeah, exactly. Ugh. This is exactly what Shigeru Miyamoto intended when he was watching them design the NES in 1984. Actually, wait, no, he didn't. The Famicom cartridges were plugging on top, too. I never understood why There we go. First you draw a circle, then you send up a prayer, and then it's Kirby. We made it. Okay. Okay. Everyone, pray your darndest. Because Lil Traveler is getting back to it. We're not doing the Bang Bang game again. We're going to keep going. And I want sword power too. Anyway, apologies for that. Let's hope that nothing changes again, and if it does, let's at least try and make it to 2 hours tonight. My first week back. Again, really. Heck yeah. Everyone's learning. You can't say you're not having an educational experience. But yeah, let's see what we can get through with this one. Hopefully... I don't even remember where I was fighting the hammer guy, wasn't I? Yeah, I died right here last time. I think a problem too is I'm used to being able, like, your movement, you can't stop Kirby on a dime as easily in this game as you could in... Oh, I needed the hammer for that, of course. Yeah, hammers in Kirby games are always, like, very strategically placed. Before hammer pounding spots. We were right at the end of that level, too, jeez. But this is like we're climbing the tower at this point. I like this world though from this game because like even though it's a simple like go through doors world map, like the outside look of you climbing the tower fits with you on the inside or like the levels you do, so it's nice. It's like look how we're like inside like a room full of bricks, like that's actually us going to the tower. Oh man, I didn't think that would hit me so close. This game's got brutal rules. There you go, you gotta be that far away. Anyway, I don't know what we were talking about, where we were at that point, but aside from the NES being poo, oh, we were talking about late life games and console lifespans, because that's a thing. Talking about a lot of stuff. I don't know, we're going all over the map. Actually, not at all related. A thought I think I realized I didn't finish earlier, because I think the NES garbled out, was we were talking about digital storefronts and how, like, I think Microsoft, like, could be the best with theirs, but I don't know. It's because the thing is, the library of Xbox games I know I want the most to have like backwards compatibility is original Xbox, because original Xbox is my favorite Xbox. That's the one that's got Jet Set Radio Future and I'm just like a whole gaggle of other like really good games that have like just never seen the light of day beyond that console, and it's a shame. But Microsoft's backwards compatibility efforts on the Xbox One, I gotta say, are pretty good. Like any of the backwards compatible original Xbox games, like the 20 or 30 of them that do work, are real solid. It's kind of a shame, I think, that they took a break from those. Kirby speedrun now. Yeah, right. I have to honestly see how fast I can do it at this point before the NES decides to crap out again. We'll see what happens. Where's I going with that? Oh yeah, I would love it if a lot more original Xbox games worked on like the newer Xbox consoles, because that's the one that has the most stuff I care about. But alas, that is not the case, and I still have my original Xbox, so it's fine. But beyond that, though, they've done a pretty good job of like unifying their 360 era and onward stuff, so I'll give them that. But I think that finalizes any thoughts I had on digital stores. Oof, there we go. Damn, I still can't get the timing on that right. But that's alright. Okay, there we go. Egg catcher. Oh yeah, let's see if we can get this one right this time. Because there's not a... Is there a timer for this? Ah, okay, yeah, that's what he throws that bomb out a lot faster. Okay, there's not really a timer, I guess you just catch as many eggs as you can. That's it, okay, we can do the boss. Damn it, I flew up because I thought they were going to jump at me first, not the other way around. Oh god. No, I want the laser. No, I really wanted the laser. Oh wait, okay. I do remember this boss though. Wait. Yeah, I don't know if it's because of the way I'm streaming or just the general input on this game feels a little funny, but your options for movement and generally doing things in here feel kind of weird, in my humble opinion. Okay, hold on. Damn, okay, yeah, I'm getting rocked by these two. Yeah, this isn't gonna go very well. Would have been really nice to have that laser. Yeah. I'm not as used to the movement at this game as I am to like Superstar Kirby's and beyond. Early Kirby games are a little hit or miss on some of their movement options. Oh, I didn't go get a power up either. Okay, well you know what? Oh, I thought I'd be able to... Ow, okay. Okay, wait, that's pretty good, that's pretty good. Okay, okay. Okay, I thought I'd be able to suck up one more. Ugh, come on. Okay, cool. Is... Okay, okay. Yeah, see, that's one thing I do like about it that still happens in Kirby is when you resort to using... I clenched that one out. When you resort to using 2 stars, like 2 clumps of like mouth star junk in your mouth at one time, it like doubles their power, I think. So I lucked out on that. I'll try to suck a little less as we go forward, but honestly, I think my patience and suckage may or may not depend on how the nest fares. But hopefully third time was the charm. Either way, because like when the game runs, it's running. It's just, I think the nest just craps out because it's an old ass nest. I mean, I don't even know what technical year my model would have been manufactured in, but I mean, thing is, what, like 30 years old at this point? Surprised it still works. So I mean, it is what it is. And I definitely picked this one up at like a swap meet when I was a kid. I actually don't remember if this was the one a nest my cousins gave me, or I picked this up at a swap meet back at least like what 20 years ago at this point. So either way, wow, look at that background. Very pretty. Oh, hello UFO friend. I think one of those stars, star backgrounds in like Kirby levels are always hidden doors at some point. I was gonna say I thought one of those glowing ones might have been it, but I guess not. Yeah, look at this like almost really cool. Wait, what? I thought that was water I could swim in. Man, that's the second time that's happened tonight. I swear I'm not this bad at video games. Ball Kirby, okay. Oh, you do like a little double bounce there, okay. I actually got like a little ball here. Not too bad. Okay, what's this weird one in the middle right here? What? Oh, that was it. There was the hidden door. Nice. Like, yeah, that one block that was out of place in the whole hex pattern. Ooh, that'll give me some extra lives, which I kind of need those now that I gooped up the beginning. Now that the nest played us out. But yeah, welcome, by the way, to anyone else who has joined us. You've joined us at a time when the nest has decided to behave and work, so you were here at a good time. To those of you who have been sticking with me the whole time, well, thank you as well. Hope you're enjoying some good old Kirby. If I can get the nest to play a little better, like, look at the animation on Kirby's sword swing. That's really good for a nest game. Even though you're getting a little bit of slowdown here with all these enemies. I'm like, look at that. Look at him. I don't know, it's really smooth. High frame, old artwork like that, just doing crazy shit, that's fun. Yeah, I'm trying to think though, like, I mean, like, there's a handful of, like, just good old NES games that I enjoy and still have. Like, I don't have as many games for the NES as I do for, like, other systems I have stuff for, but that's kind of how I like it. It's like, most of the NES games I have are all the games that I played when I was like younger and was catching up and like learning about older games and stuff. This was in like middle school, or like, you know, old copies of games I played with my cousins that they just eventually gave to me. Oh shit, I didn't realize you could actually lose the Kirbys. I was like, this game has been pretty fair to me so far. Let's try it. But yeah, there's plenty of good NES stuff. Like, NES stuff is at least chill if the system is working. Damn it! Does that purposely get harder? I got those right the first time. Just no luck for me as we get further up the food chain in this game. That's okay. No, there's a handful of good NES games I'd be down to pop in. Original Castlevania is hard, but it's like a good short hard. I could bust my head against that for a couple hours and see if I can get to the end and beat Dracula. That's still a really good one to pop in. I have Castlevania 3 now too. I got that a while back at a convention. Actually, that wasn't a while back. That was like 5 years ago. Jeez. Anyway, time doesn't matter anymore. Rumor has it we're still in the middle of a pandemic, but hell if I know. I mean, okay, there we go. Yeah. But no, actually, seriously, please keep taking the pandemic seriously. Even if you get vaccinated, I mean, I'm sure they tell you just be careful regardless. You don't take part in spreading things to people, but I don't need to get on a PSA high horse at this point. You either know or you don't. Like, I'm not gonna... take the energy to do the extra, but hey, be smart. I know everyone who watches and views this stream is extremely big-brained and smart and takes the pandemic seriously anyway, so I'm just preaching to the choir at this point. But yeah, Kirby stuff. Oh no, NES. Yeah, there's other NES games I'd probably stream. I mean, this is... I really don't know how this came up and as, like, in my mind, even, for, like, yeah, I think I'm going to stream this. Like, I think I was just thinking, because I had told myself I wanted to start streaming again this month, and then I was kind of just looking around my room, and it's like, well, last time I played, I think the last game I played was Super Paper Mario, which went well, but it was also a longer experience and a little bit slower pace, because that's just how that game is. So I was like, yeah, I want to jump back in with something quick and easy. Oh no, I mean, I had done some other shorty boys too. Like, I think we did Sonic CD. I remember we did a few other things, but yeah, I don't know. I was like, you know what makes me very happy is Kirby. I think everyone needs some Kirby right now. So I hope Kirby is making y'all very happy too. And there's no mercy in some of these. Okay, there we go. Oh! Damn. Okay, I'm gonna need some bombs. Okay, there we go. At least it hit one of them, jeez. Oh, I thought that one was going to explode. That's why I ran into it. Oh, well. Yeah. Hopefully even my suffering at an older Kirby game is entertaining and fun enough for y'all who don't always get to come hang out. I've been wanting to get back on the streaming horse for a while. I needed a little break. But we out here, and I have some ideas planned for the spring to help maybe give y'all a distraction with the way things are right now. Everyone needs it. A safe distraction, if anything. Oh my. But yeah, NES stuff is cool if you can get it running right. There's a good handful of games I'd very much be down to show off. But there's also not, like... Most of the NES stuff I own is, like, against... Oh gosh, that turns me into Crash. That's not Bomb. Is there no Bomb Kirby in this game? I'll take it. That's funny, there's no Bomb, but there's a Crash Kirby. There we go. Getting good at that part of the game, at least. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that thought, but yeah, plenty of fun stuff ahead, I think, that I've planned. At least stuff I'm ballparking in my mind of stuff I want to try. Oh, don't want to go there yet. Get the stage, there we go. Quick draw. Wait, number one. Wait, hold on a second. Oh, number one on the little mini game. Yeah, no, I'm finally getting a little better at the timing for it. It's always a little different at the end. I like the ones where it gives you the meter, so you can like line up the bar when Kirby shoots out the cannon. On Triple Deluxe on the 3DS, they use that one at the end of a lot of their levels. So I was like, ooh, I know this one. I can't beat the stupid hammer bro. Whatever his name is in here. Bonkers, I think, is the hammer enemy's name. I forget. Can't say I didn't try, though. I swear, I'm not going to jinx it, but last time I lost the stupid minigame. I'm doing it to get rid of my power, but I realized I could have done that another way. Because I wanted to get the fire power up to get in the cannon, but that didn't really work right. Man, going for powers is dangerous in here, to be honest, at least in this level. Okay, I can get the little cutter guy down here. There we go. Nice. Like, look at this multi-tiered stage. Look at this NES game. Like, where do you get off being this good-looking NES game? But yeah, there's other NES games I'd very much be down to, wait. Can I not get through here? I guess I can't. Okay, never mind then. Anyway, yeah, no, plenty of other NES games I would stream. Like a handful of stuff I think would be just like fun to chill with for a night. Like something I've been wanting to do for the longest time is go back and beat Zelda 1. I've done that like once in my life. And like again, like no shame, but like a big chunk of it. I was like 10 and I was using the map and like the little NES guide I had with it. It was cute. But yeah, it's still like that game doesn't pull any punches either. You really have to. It's that kind of like that game is more like your early game in that game is a big test of wits and skill for it. Like you really got to be ready for some old school Zelda stuff on that. But that'd be fun. I mean, just like go through a bunch of classics like that. There's no reason for me not to. So maybe someday we can keep this going. I'll probably just stick to Kirby for now. I don't have to really clean my NES out and put it through its paces for a night if we're going to give it a try to something a little tougher. But most of what I have on there are like common, classic, and popular things. Not too many crazy things on there that I'd pull out. I mean, one of my old favorites that, I mean, gets enough play but is not like a traditional Nintendo game. Damn, got one again. Let's go. I mean, there's Batman. It's developed by Sunsoft, I think it is. It's actually just like a really good Batman game. Just the game that's just straight up called Batman. Because there's other games like just like other Batman games on there that are not very solid. But there's definitely Sunsoft Batman, which is pretty good. So it's like, yeah, Batman's a popular character, but it's a game I think that it's like what they say, a hidden gem. Or, you know, it's like people who know about it talk about it in a good way when it's brought up in conversation, but the flip side of it is that it's like, yeah, it's not in the same conversation usually as like Mario 3 or stuff like that, like, you know, the ultimate standouts. But I have most of the, I guess I would say, like, common and popular things on the NES, because those are just the games I mostly care about. Like, a lot of those series origin point type games, or just like old series I like I own all the Castlevania games. There's not too much else I try and buy in it. Like, I know I've always wanted to buy the original Final Fantasy on the NES. So I have the original Dragon Quest on there. I don't know if I'll ever buy the other numbered game because I have them in other places, but I don't know. I enjoy owning those, like here's where you start kind of things, or at least like this is what it was like to start here at this point. Oh yeah, Metroid. Original Metroid is it's not bad, but you really have, it's a different kind of patience test, I gotta say. Especially nowadays. Like, I don't want to say Zero Mission invalidates the original Metroid, because I don't think it does at all, but it's like you gotta put on a certain kind of retro goggles when you're doing original Metroid. I've beaten original Metroid a few times, so again, it's been a minute. Because, I mean, when Metroid was a series that used to exist, Nintendo, or when they brought it back for, let's say, like, it's, I guess you could say second coming, if you will. Oh wait, there's no water on the floor here, I'm silly. Yeah, but when Metroid kind of had its second coming on the game, oh gosh. What is this enemy? A little turtle friend? But yeah, when Metroid, oh gosh, okay, never mind. I shouldn't keep doing that. He's gonna grapple me every time. Let's learn from our mistakes, shall we? But yeah, when Metroid got a second lease on life with Prime, and oh Jesus, I thought he was gonna spit out more boyos with that. Well, now you do it when I have no room to get it. Oh gosh, oof. But yeah, hold on, let me focus and beat this boss. Oh gosh, I can't tell. Yeah, he really gives it to me. I can't tell when he's gonna grab me or like pull one of his boys out of his hat. It's okay, I'm gonna get the beam right now. If I would have known a boss was coming up, I would have gotten that instead. But yeah, there we go. Now I can give him. Long range is really your friend in here, and there's a power up. You can't really mash your abilities either. You really gotta be conservative and like pull back, like get an attack and dodge away. That's fine though. But yeah, no, original Metroid is good stuff. Where was like, oh no, I was saying because you can unlock I mean, like, I have a copy of Original Metroid, but you could unlock Original Metroid on, like, everything that had a Metroid game attached to it for a while. Because I know that was, like, the big... If you had Metroid Prime and Metroid Fusion, you could link up your... Because, I mean, Nintendo was real about, like, all that Game Boy Advance, GameCube cable connectivity, which was featured in my immaculate Wind Waker run I did last year. But, yeah, you could unlock Original Metroid on... Metroid Fusion and I think Zero Mission and Metroid Prime. It was just, you could get it just about everywhere. So I spent enough time with the original Metroid at one point. And I got real into that shit. It was fun. It's a fun game to learn, but it's still very, it's not as, I think, quality of life adapted as Zero Mission and just like literally any other game. Metroid 2 even, like people gave that game some flack, but because it was on the Game Boy. Metroid 2 is impressive as shit. Like some aspects of it are a little better than Metroid 1. Like I think the like slightly linear nature of it in that regard by Mennonite kind of make it a little more like easy to chew on. And I've seen mostly positive reactions to it over the board, but I really like the 3DS remake of Metroid 2 because like that was the one. Oh yeah, Super Metroid, I mean, that's the blueprint at this point. I mean, that's, you know... I say that as in that's the blueprint for the one or two other games that it got used for after that. That's the saddest thing. Like, I get it, you rocked it that hard on the first try, so, like, why would you, you know... But that's, I think, one of those sad ones where it's, like, you could really say gone too soon, because it's like, you had Super Metroid, and then even though Fusion's a little goopy, like, you still had Fusion... And then... Damn, these... The thing is, I want to keep my power for this fight, but it's like, you can just suck these guys up in one hit, so there's almost no point to try to keep it. But yeah, no, Super Metroid is definitely the blueprint, as they say. But, the, like, weird flip side to that is like, well, you got Super Metroid, and then you have Fusion... And then literal deadly silence. And then you can kind of count... See, I wouldn't count Metroid Return to Samus on the 3DS, because I think that game is very good. Like, I think the game is as probably... The only other thing better than that would be the AM... What is it? AM2R, I think, that I have downloaded on my computer that I need to finish someday, which is like the fan remake of Metroid 2 that came out around the same time that got pulled down because Nintendo hates fun. But fuck them. The flip side of it is they're both good ways to play Metroid 2. But yeah, it's like, okay, we made like one of the best games ever. We're just not gonna do that again. Like, oh, okay. Thanks for that, I guess. This is disappointing, but it is what it is. I mean, at least we got Super Metroid. I can't say it doesn't exist and hasn't like influenced enough of other really strong things over the years. But it's like people know what they like. Have I not gotten hit yet? And like died. Blech. Okay, wait. Okay, go. Oh gosh. Big sweats, money. Let's go. Oh yeah, nice. Is that the end of the level? Nice. I could have totally gotten hit with that. Oh, we almost got number 1 too. Okay, I really pulled that one out of the hat there. Maybe it's just thinking of Metroid. Got me feeling good. Have I played a Metroid game on stream? I don't think I played a Metroid game on stream yet. Ooh. If I stream a Metroid game, it's either going to be Zero Mission or it's going to be Prime 1. Because Prime 1 has the best menu music. And it fucking sucks because Prime... Wait, did I not beat that level? Oh, right. The glowy means it has a secret in it. Even the flag means I beat it. I was like, what the hell? No, yeah, Prime 1... Oh, Arena mode. Whoops. I'm about to get my ass racked. Where was I going with it? Yeah, Metroid Prime 1 probably has some of the best... Oh, shit. I thought I had suck. I didn't have fire, but instead I was suck. That sentence didn't make sense, but I got full health now, so that's a thing. Oops, no. The fuck am I saying? Anyway... Yeah, if I were streaming a Metroid game, most likely going to be Prime 1, because Prime 1 has the best menu music. I think I know Prime 1 the best. I've only beaten 2 and 3 once or twice because I beat them both when they came out, and it's been a minute since I played them both. But I've played Metroid Prime 1 like a gaggle of times over the years. I think that one's just kind of the best. I think the other two are fantastic. There's no way around it. Like it's like you got more of the same in the best way possible. Which is kind of surprising to me that Metroid Prime 4 has been in such like a weird development hell apparently. I mean, I kind of appreciate they just let us know like at some point like, okay, there were some restructuring issues with the team. We'll let you know when we know. I would rather not get like the Bayonetta 3 Eternal tease like we've been getting now. At least we have Bayonetta 2 on the Switch. Point being, shit. I don't need sword for this boss. I hate that getting hit once, by the way, it makes you lose your powers. Like, that's, I think, the worst, like, the thing I miss the most in terms of Kirby quality of life right now. Like, let me take at least one hit before you start chonking me out like that. Okay, can I at least get him? No! Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna... Thank you. I was like, I think that... usually, if you lose your power and suck it back up, you, what do? You, I'm just gonna burn them all. But yeah, usually when you lose your power and, there's like a secret door around here too. Yeah, anyway, if you lose your power and suck its star back up, then, oh, go the hell away. These things aren't supposed to follow you. But yeah, if you lose your power and suck it back up, that star in your mouth is, counts for like a little more, I think. Well, not counts for more, but like it'll like be like double damage sometimes, so I think that's cool. I thought there was a secret door in one of these dark rooms. Maybe not. But yeah, someday, maybe soon, maybe not, we'll take a whack at Metroid Prime because that's good stuff. I don't know how I guessed that was gonna happen. I thought the floor was gonna keep falling out and I would have had to catch that in some nearly impossible move that I don't have the mechanical skill to. Damn it! I wanted to spit out my power. I'd get Cutter there. Oh well. It's Kirby, we're doing fine. I appreciate brutally honest with its difficulty NES Kirby. I'm fine with that. But yeah, NES games I'd probably want to stream. I think Zelda 1 could be in the works someday. Because I feel like that game is so, like, in the past now. Like, most people just don't talk about Zelda 1. Because it's like, you literally, like, no offense, talk about any other Zelda game. Not in a bad way. Like, Zelda 1's great, but... that'd be fun. I'm not very adept at Zelda 2. Like, Zelda 2 is cooler than I think people give it credit for sometimes, but... Oh, do you not... I don't like that you don't get, like, a double high jump. I thought you could just keep high jumping infinitely. Maybe they upgraded it in later games. Ugh. What an exercise in patience. Okay, wait, it went above me. Because I know that's Krako, the cloud enemy, right? Yeah. There we go. And I'm gonna just lose my power anyway, so... Okay, so what happens if I... Oh my gosh. Oh, he just keeps spitting them out anyway. This doesn't even... Well, it kind of does damage. Oh, okay, wait. Okay, I think I get what my flow here. Just how... I wasn't even clear to, like, how you were supposed to use that move either. I will say, I like that you kind of get a little space above his head, because, like, your recovery... Oh, I fucked that up. Could easily have you just, like, knocking his head once you do a high jump, if that's, like, the intended route for this, but I guess not. Okay, we're gonna give it another shot with the high jump. Kirby's like just making it on some of these. I'm not convinced he's gonna make it half the time. Oh. Oh. And that time I just fell through the hole in the floor. Okay, hold on. Let me see if there's another power here. Because I don't really like using the high jump. I'd rather just float and try to save my power till the end. I'm gonna be stuck on a Kirby enemy. Or a Kirby boss. This game doesn't mess around. But again, we're at World 4 of 6, 7 already, so don't even worry. Damn it. I guess I could warp to another world, right? I mean, there are warp gates, so let's efficiently use them. I think World 2 might have what I want. Wait, am I blind? Oh, I think there was a star gate back here, right? I can just go one by one. Never mind, I'll go through the back door. Okay, that's the one I was right there. It's probably when you open one of the secret levels it shows up. There we go, that's what I want. Now you're also high jump. Oh, it's because we're in the stupid tower. It's okay, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. And then I can go through the star door there. Ninja Gaiden. That'd be a fun game to stream on the NES. That game is that's one of those old like NES hard type games. So that's a fun one. I'd very gratefully get trashed around Ninja Gaiden for a little bit. Oh, I can't go to World 4 because the Star Door's not there. Interesting. But yeah, Ninja Gaiden's a good one. Original Castlevania is pretty solid. Zelda, just like anything that's like a series starter. I mean, that's what the NES is for a lot of people. But I'm trying to even think too. I think I have it on my list of like shit I eventually want to still buy. But go ahead, Final Fantasy, Star Tropics 2. Oh yeah, I always wanted to buy that. Oh, Kid Icarus. Oh yeah, I don't have Kid Icarus on the NES. And then Ninja Turtles 3. Damn it, that's so fucking. I had this opportunity to buy Ninja Turtles 3 like on the original Nintendo like 5-ish years ago. I was in a thrift store. It was one of my dumbest like, oh you messed this one up kind of stories. I was behind, like looking behind the counter and had the clerk lady. I was like, oh, okay. See, this is why I didn't want to go waste time getting the power though, because then Cloud Boy down here is just gonna be creeping. Maybe is that how you dodge him? You have to like get him to rest right under the clouds, like you can't fly too high like that. Okay, I think that's how you're supposed to do it. Yeah, okay, see look, now he's like staying away from me. Like he doesn't want to come right through the clouds. Like he's like trying to spy on me or some shit. Okay, there we go. Anyway, where was I going? Okay, so there are only a few NES games I still like want to own in person. Like if I see really cheap NES games that swap me, which like never happens anymore, then like yeah, I'll probably buy them or something. But oh, this is not doing it with the damage, but at least I can kind of stay safe as I die there. I'll hold on to it as long as I can and try and get some hits in. Oh, go. Yeah. But yeah, I was at a thrift store. I think it was a local Savers like years ago, and then oh, he just walks off screen anyways. I don't have to waste time killing him. Damn it. Okay, yeah, this is not working. I hate how long it takes to kind of recover you from taking damage. Here goes my star. Nothing about this feels great. I think I feel better about using high jump now, though, so let's see what I can do. But yeah, anyway. So I was at my local Savers. I had the opportunity to get Ninja Turtles 3. Like, this lady, I probably could have bought some of the other games looking back then. I think I was just trying to be picky at the time, but I remember I looked behind the counter, and like this lady, there's like a stack of NES games, because how they keep their games at Savers near me is weird sometimes. Like, if it's kind of new disc-based stuff. Nice, we did it, by the way. Always with the last life pip there, too. But yeah, if it's anything that comes on a disc, like a PS1 or an Xbox or just anything game in a case, it'll be with the movies and stuff. Usually it's like movies and games. Sometimes you'll luck out, sometimes you won't. Savers sometimes I have better luck at finding old stuff when it's safe to go. I've been there a long time now, but oh yeah, Yogurt Yard, what a name for a world. But oh yeah, this song, I know this. Oh, I need to get rid of high jump. Just done with it. No, I wanted the parasol. Oh well. But yeah, going to Savers sometimes, I mean, that's one of my... When things are normal, that's a thrift store I like to frequent, because, you know, you never know what you'll find there. I haven't gone thrifting in so long, it's a shame. But, sometimes when they have older stuff, it's, like, hit and miss, but they'll try and, like, keep you behind the counter and, like, I don't know, try to get, quote-unquote, more of a, let's say, higher, or let's say, I don't want to say market value, but slightly more accurate as to what it's maybe worth price, which, like, makes you feel weird for it being a thrift store, but it's like, eh. If it shows them in person, it shows them in person. But one time this lady, there was like a stack of NES games behind the counter, right? And I was like, oh, okay, cool, I'll get those. Like 10 games, maybe. There's some random okay things in there, and like I was kind of iffy on some of them. But then on the bottom of the stack, on the spine, I saw a game that said Ninja Turtles 3 The Manhattan Project, because that's the third Ninja Turtles game on NES. And I've played all of the Ninja Turtles games on NES at some point. So I always wanted to own the third one as well. But, and on all these NES games, there's stickers on the back, and they all say about like $5. I think all of them said $5. I was like, oh, awesome! Like, let me, you know, I'll get Ninja Turtles and like one or two other games. Screw it, you know. Because that's kind of like my rule sometimes. Is when I buy stuff, I want that. Oh god, please don't land on the sword guy. Okay, good. I was like, I want the health. When I buy any, you know, game at this point, usually in my collection, like I'll add very specific things, but you know, on Facebook groups, other places where, you know, people are selling individually, or like, you know, it's like, oh, that guy has game X that I want, but there's like 2 other games he has. Maybe I'll like see if I can work a deal, or if I buy like multiple things from him, because people are usually reasonable when you know, throw those kinds of offers at them. You know, make a solid deal for all 3. You get save a couple bucks here and there. That's big, you know, good used buying strategy at this point, for anyone who still collects games like I do. But yeah, anyway, if I'm in a store too, usually my rule is like, if there's like a stack of rando games, if there's not like one main game there that I want, you know, like, oh, this is like the core game I want, and there's a bunch of other stuff too, but like the other stuff I don't like care about as much as that other game that may or may not be there, then it's like that will be what determines like, oh, like, okay, I found my really good game here in this stack. Let's, you know, ball out a little bit and get, you know, a second game. Get something. Okay, what powers are in here? Tornado. Huh. But yeah, so anyway, long story short, Ninja Turtles 3, I dig to the bottom of the stack, and the game is priced at like, I think it said $9 instead of $5, and then looking back, this was just me being stupid. But I got really annoyed by that, because I was like, motherfucker, you priced all your games at $5, but you gave this one a $9 price sticker. It's like, I think I had like $20 in my pocket too, so I was like, oh, I'm going to walk away with 3 games. But twas not to be. Actually, wait, doing the math, I think I probably could have walked away with 3 games like that anyway. No, I was going to walk away with 4 games. I think that's what it was. Either way, looking back, that was kind of dumb, because that game goes for like $20-30 now. Lots of NES games that are... Oh, Jesus. I got flew up away. NES has kind of gone over the hill in terms of its popularity, I want to say. Oh, it's because those were on the ceiling. As far as, I think, collectors. Like, people still love the NES. Don't get me wrong, I'm not talking shit about the NES. I mean, it's old, but it's not that old. But this is a system that I think people will still always want to collect for. It has, like, its range of higher price things, for sure. But, the flip side to it is, though, is a lot of the popular stuff on it has kind of like gone over a popularity hill and kind of calmed the fuck down at this point. Because I'd say maybe like 2010 to 2015, the NES was like rocking in terms of like prices for almost anything being up there. Whereas like now, like the joke used to be in the NES, it's just like, oh, you could go to the swap meet and find stacks of like Mario Bros. Duck Hunt for like $1 a piece, which is like that used to be a thing, because that was the Wii Sports of the NES. But then, you know, people were paying like around $5 for it for a while, and then I think it's like kind of like chilled at that price, but like plenty of other popular games had similar things happen, you know. Like, I mean, I'm not sure how much Kirby's Adventure was. I think I paid like 15, 20 bucks when I bought this a couple years ago. It was a good condition cart of the game, but okay, there we go. Nice. Okay, let me get Hammer now, because last time a Hammer appeared. Anyway, yeah. Now it's easy to find NES stuff. I don't think it's that expensive, but I still probably could have gotten a cheaper copy, and I was just being annoyed by the fact that they were like weirdly specific. And it's like, okay, I get it. Maybe like Ninja Turtles is always a little more popular because it's a name thing, but at the same time, it's just like, man, y'all really like priced this one game out of all these other ones just slightly higher. I can't tell if that's a platform that's supposed to be there or if I could have banged it down with the hammer, but I don't know. These levels are kind of short once you get through the main gimmicks of them. Anyway, hope everyone's night is going well. The NES is behaving itself. I don't want to jinx it, but we're doing okay. I'll probably hold on to the hammer for a minute. Oh, I'll see if I can get better at the little egg catcher game. How are we at? Okay, we're about 2 hours. Okay, even if... Ah, damn it. I've never gotten more than about halfway on this. I wonder what happens if you fill it all up. That's what I want to try and find out, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that pop off. That's okay, though. I feel like I've started to kind of learn some of the mechanics for the game. It's just kind of like... there's still little things that like I'm too familiar with in literally every like new Kirby game after this, sans maybe like Dreamland 2, where I'm like, man, I want to do this thing, and I'm trying to make the controller do this thing, but then I feel dumb because I'm like, wait, no, we're not. Kirby can't do that yet. It's not strong enough. Okay, I think Hammer is pretty solid so far. I don't know, I felt like close range items though in this game are mostly been kind of garbage so far in terms of survivability. Like they do more damage, but the range not being there is kind of what plays you over. Like, you really have to be on it with your hits. Like look at that, like even that sword guy got me, like, cause he had like a slightly faster move. They're pretty there you go. This game is pretty demanding. Okay, wait. Nice, okay. I don't mind it, though. I like that we're moving at such a good pace. Like, I'm not saying we're going to finish it tonight, because, I mean, Kirby games are always have bosses that are always kind of annoying, but I think we should be able to get through it. I'm also stuck on just one life, so I don't know if we're going to get lucky and make it to the end, but I think even a game over screen doesn't count for much in here, I want to say. The boss of this game, I think, is Dedede again? I forget. But, like, Kirby games also have that thing where, like, the bosses are either King Dedede, Meta Knight, or, like, Galactic Terror X2 or some shit. Like, no joke. Like, some Kirby bosses get wild, and, like, there's even people who have, like, made crazy-ass Kirby lore videos. Like, videos that are just like, oh yeah, Kirby is actually some sort of, like, interdimensional... like galaxy-killing being or something like that. Like Kirby's the enemy. I don't know. People have lots. Kirby theory shit is crazy, but that's like kind of how Kirby games go though. Like I was literally, like I said, playing Triple Deluxe recently, and that whole game is like, oh, you're trying to save. You're climbing up. It's like the cutest thing ever. You're climbing up this little beanstalk because these people got like driven out of their homes. But then it's like, oh yeah, this like Emperor Insect Wasp Queen was trying to like split dimensions and like I don't know, save her people and like some I don't know. It's like, Kirby stuff gets weird sometimes in like a really good way. Like especially in that since I think it was Superstar Ultra, the 3DS one, which is a fantastic remake of Superstar. They had a whole bunch of cutscenes and extra stuff that like kind of added like quote unquote, let's say lore, like boy did they go in on that, and they've just like kept that trend going. But it's really funny because all of Triple Deluxe, you're just going through all these stages and like doing all this crazy shit. and it's all kind of just normal. But then when you get to the end, it's like suddenly there's a big, like, goofy story set of cutscenes, and it's like, wait, what's going on? Okay, there we go. But yeah, that's been their theme for the most part with recent Kirby games. Is just like real simple insides, like real like galactic terrors of the deep outsides. Like I'm here for it. It's just kind of wild sometimes, truth be told. Like I think the weirdest one is I don't know if anyone played Star Allies on the Switch, but that has some pretty funky nonsense going on near the end. It's pretty crazy. That's also just like a generally fun game. That's a good Kirby game to co-op. I did that once or twice with a friend. It was new, back when it was safe to see friends. Wonder what that'll be like. Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can... Oh! As long as Sword Friend doesn't jump here. But yeah, it's just like, looking at all the enemy types in this game too, it is almost... It's like, it's just refreshing to see like how many of these... Okay, there we go, there's a door. Like, all these Kirby friends that, like, I'm so used to seeing in, like, games that were newer. It's, like, it's nice to see the origin point, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Can I not get through there? Versus, I don't know, there's some... Okay, wait, so I'm supposed to hit this. Yeah, where was I going with that? No, yeah, it's just nice to see that this is like the second Kirby game and they like are already hitting it out of the park with just like familiar enemy designs and like just going a level above and beyond like what the Game Boy original offered. That's why I'm hoping we get to the end, because I very much want to see the credit list for this. Like, I'm 99% sure this is still a Sakurai game. Oh god. Which, I mean, all shouts out to him, but like, I'd be so curious to see like the rest of the team responsible. Just give him some props on this. Yeah, there we go. Boom. I like almost got the timing at this point. They do not give you a lot of gifts though, unless you get to the top. So I guess Kirby games maybe have gotten easier over time. I don't know. Shit. Okay, hold on. I think I can beat this guy. I don't get hit though, it's the problem. He keeps backing up every time I hit him. I wanna fire through him. Like, come here. Like, come here. There you go. Okay, there we go. Nice. That's actually why I wanted to do this, because of the tomato. There we go. Oh. I feel like when you float, as convenient as it is in here so far, I don't have very good control over what's going on. Oh man, is this one of those ones where like I'm gonna have to... Like, can I... Okay, so I'm gonna need to do this a few times, because... Okay, that's not gonna work. Damn it. Wait, can I come back in? Okay, hold on. Ooh, that also doesn't work. I think... Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can solve this puzzle. That didn't work. Damn, because I need to do that, but then I need... Oh, yeah, okay, that's not going to set me on fire. Wait, but if I come back into the room with high jump... Hold on. So let me go, like, here. And go here. There we go. Ugh, okay, wait, no, we're going to figure this out. We're going to get this, whatever secret is in this room. There we go. Very nice. Very clean. Let me set this over here. Oh my gosh. And, oh god, give me the... Oh, I killed the high jump too. Of course I would. You know what? We're gonna keep on moving. Because I don't wanna... I made y'all sit through enough blowing NES cartridges for the night, so let's... Like Kirby's little startup dash in here, though, that looks cute. I think there might be one more level in this world, too. But at least we're moving. How long will we be on this? Okay, we're not doing too bad so far. I probably could have solved that puzzle if I was a little more patient, but kind of just coasting at this point with this. It's okay though. But see, it's interesting though, like how I've been saying, like there's so many little like Kirby staples in this game that I'm seeing so far, where because the remake of this, what was it, Nightmare in Dreamland on the Game Boy Advance was very much like aesthetically, at least in its marketing, trying to tie itself into what was the Kirby anime at the time. And that is a cute, fun little show that I was very into back in the day, because just to me, I was like, oh shit, there's a show about Kirby, let's get in on this. But yeah, that came out like in tandem with that, and like the commercials were all over it for that. But that being said, like some of the enemies and stuff, like I mean, you know, seeing plenty of the stuff from the games come to life in the show was like a very cute, you know, thing. But there were some things that I figured were maybe, you know, show exclusive ideas. But no, a lot of it was actually just drawn from old Kirby games. Like a good chunk of everything in that show is just referential Kirby stuff. Like I remember they even referenced, like there were episodes about air ride stars that Kirby had to learn to use because they were trying to like tie it into the new game too. I don't know. That's that kind of cross promotional stuff. That's like, yeah, no, I'm get me in on the ground floor with that, please. Mostly just wanted more Kirby at the time, but I mean that was the era in which we were blessed enough to also get like an F-Zero anime. So I'll take that for what you will. Now F-Zero is dead as a doorknob, but I digress. I mean, I feel like there's only so much yelling Nintendo fans can do about wanting a new F-Zero game. Like, they're either going to make it or they don't. And that's one of those things where it's like, you could say from a developer standpoint, they're like, oh, how are we going to reinvent the wheel? And be like, bro, who the fuck cares? There were never any wheels on these floating cars to begin with, first of all. But second of all, it's been like almost 20 years at this point. We're getting close to since the F-Zero games go out. This is what it is, but oh man, these spikes are no joke. I guess you can just float like that though. Anyway, not gonna turn this into the F-Zero crying hour, but yeah, I don't know. I think it just, I think that one hurts for me so much because it's like, of all the dormant series out there, like, oh, it's been a while. I'm sure others feel the exact same way, but like the reason the F-Zero one stings so much is because, like, and see, the stars bounce so damn far too. This game is like so close, it's almost there, but there's little things. I'm like, oh man, come on, why you gotta be like that? But yeah, I think why the F-Zero one stings so much is because, like, if you were like right there at the right time, like 2003, right? Like I was saying, like that's that peak GameCube era Nintendo just doing weird shit. Jesus, he's like sneezing out that water. Sorry if that's really loud. Is the nest gonna crash on me? Jesus, I don't want to jinx that. But where's I going with that? Oh yeah, you must need to use that to get to like the other side. That's unfortunate. Where was I going with that? Yeah, wait. Can I sift through the rocks? Because those are kind of colored different. Hold on. Yeah, I can't. Okay, whatever. There's probably some way to do that, and I just don't feel like figuring it out. Yeah, there was just this era where, like, if you were a fan of certain, like, smaller IPs that Nintendo or, like, other companies, too, were just trying out, they threw it all at the dartboard, right? Like, there was a span where we got, like, 3 F-Zero games in, like, 3 years. Like, 1 on GameCube, 2 or 3 on Game Boy Advance, and we got an anime, and then, like, Captain Falcon was still repping it in Smash, and it was just like, man, F-Zero, that's never going away. It's just like, oh, whoops. Like, the monkey's paw curled immediately. I remember this boss. So yeah, I don't know. That part is disappointing for sure. Is this ever gonna get harder? I shouldn't complain. I guess it's because he... Okay, Laser is killing it for this fight, I'm just saying. I guess I have to be careful because I think I can fall through the floor if I'm not safe. Shit. No! Ooh, got that back out. Okay, cool. I was like, I'm not about to wait for this dude to keep spitting stuff out. Why am I so, like... cut close to the screen now? I don't like this fight so far. Come on. Yes. Okay, nice. Anyway, where was I going with that? Yeah, it's just a shame to have like been through an era where like things were never more plentiful for a series to like the drought couldn't be more real to like does this exist anymore? So that's just is what it is, but we're doing pretty good so far, or at least at World 6, which is farther than I thought I would get. The NES was crashing earlier. I like how you can just get out of that room. But I guess we shouldn't, because we have to fight. Oh yeah, this is Grapple Friend that I can't tell if he's gonna like throw his little kids around. Look like a turtle. I feel like I'm not good enough at catching the reactions for things in this game yet. So it's like yeah, I can't. I'm trying to hover and stay in the air so I don't get racked by this guy, but I can't tell. Like, okay, I can't tell his pattern. Like his I'm not reacting fast enough to his tells. Like, look there, he's spitting his stupid kids out, and now I can't even. Like, give me a chance. Excuse me. Wait, am I not supposed to fight this guy? He doesn't have a life bar. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Wait, I can just leave though, right? Do I need to do this fight? I didn't need to do the fight. Wonderful. I killed myself for that. Jeez. Yeah, this got some rough spots, this one. I like it very much, but it's still like I'm so used to like every other quality of life boost in like literally any Kirby game from Superstar onward. Even Dreamland 2, I don't remember being this like. I know I'm just bad at the game, but it's also like just doesn't feel as great as it could, which always sucks. But that's okay, I guess. We'll get through. We'll tank through. Oh, great. Crash, because that's what I need. Sorry for the no seizure warning there. That was not intended. Not even joking. I know Nintendo, like, rigorously compliance tests a lot of their older stuff for that, because, I mean, their earlier days was like everything was younger audiences were the primary target first. But You know what was I playing recently? I think I was playing the I just recently in my personal time I finished the first Dead Space. Where was that game? No, Dead Space is fun. Talking about dead franchises. I had never finished the first game all the way through. Good stuff. Real fun little survival horror game. There are a couple parts in that game there where the screen is just going to town, and I was just like, oh man. Like, was this tested for compliance? Like, these flashing lights pass like the tests that they need to go through, or like the whatever the rating needs to be on the lights and how bright they are before they become like a danger to people. Also, we haven't technically fully game overed yet either. We managed to get more lives. Even though we're having it rough, we're making it. No! Ugh. Oh, what the hell? I thought I hit it before it exploded. That's unfortunate. I mean, I guess I'll take sword. There's no choice right now. I like the little panel artwork for like the ability types at the bottom too. Very strong. Oh man, they could really hit you with a big one there. Yeah, you gotta be just on the edge of that if you have the sword. That's a tough boy. Get around? Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, please. Gosh, okay. Fuck! I guess it wouldn't be a NES game if you're not getting a little annoyed by it, right? Gotta bust your balls somehow. Oh. Is this even the right way I'm supposed to go? I don't think I can. Oh, there goes that. Ugh, yeah, this game is not very forgiving with, like, again, just the fact that you lose your power. Oh, great, high jump. Okay. The fact that you lose your power-ups every time you get hit is so, and how the stars like bounce all the way away like that. Like, do they need to bounce so far? Oh, right. They'll explode on contact regardless. That's fantastic. I'm glad I had an enemy type that required me to, like... Okay, cool. So if you go through with burning Kirby like that, then unless you hit it right at the end and come out of it, then you still... Wait, I'll take Cutter. Cutter's probably my favorite power in this game. I don't know what my favorite Kirby power-up is overall. I think Plasma is a very strong one for me. Because I like being able to like charge up and have the different attacks. And it's just, like, such a wide range. Very versatile power set when you have it in Superstar and other games similarly. Sometimes in some games they've combined like Plasma and like the little spark guy in here. That's kind of cool, but I think Plasma is probably my favorite Kirby power. That or Suplex, because Suplex is so, like, weird. That and just Kirby's mecha in general from Planet Robobot. That thing's cool. Someday, if I pull the trigger and allow myself to buy some figurines, since I don't have many figures. Like, I'm not a big figures guy in terms of like stuff I collect. Mostly because it's like, well, I don't want to pay that much for a figure, but I have a list of like a top 5 figures I want to buy someday and just like say fuck it because they're stuff I think is really cool and I deserve that sometimes. And like the second or third place thing on the list is there's a figure that exists of Kirby in his, and you can like take him in and out of the little mecha, but it's like Kirby in the little Planet Robobot mecha, and it's so fucking cute, and it's like, but it's also so cool. And it's like big Gurren Lagann vibes, and I'm like, boy, like I want this so bad, like, so someday. Oh my gosh, just let me get the thing. I'll take another hit for it. There you go. I don't even care if I need hammer for anything else right now. But yeah, Kirby figure would be pretty cool to have someday. But yeah, that's just a whole cool ass power from a cool ass game in general. But yeah, no real bad Kirby games out there. I think just games that hit a little less for some people. Oh shit. Can I get health? Can a guy get some health? My guy. I'll take that at least. Oh, can I not go down like that guy did? Okay. Oh. So we get to the next room. Oh, I don't have any lives left. Oh no. Last life, last pip of health. Wait, what? Oh, wait. Oh, damn it. It's a bomb. Oh, I guess it's gonna game over me. I think that just means I have to restart the stage. Don't harass Kirby. He's dead. Like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, so game overing in these never has a huge consequence or anything, but I hope I can make it through to the end. I don't want to come back and have to do a round 2. I was kind of hoping we could finish the whole game tonight, but I don't know. I'm kind of just getting back in the stream and feel is all the plan really was. So we'll see how far we get, and like by the time an hour has passed, and I think I will be probably good for the evening myself, but we'll keep the energy rolling though. I know I say energy rolling, and I'm talking about when I'm gonna turn in. Now lately my sleep schedule has been, I'll say it's been good, but part of why I took a bit of an extra than long or extra a longer than planned break from the streams is just like, I don't know, stuff has been getting a little like mentally rough with the whole pandemic and everything for me to just like keep pushing on from. I've been okay, I'm holding together, but still it's like there's good days and not so good days, and I kind of just needed to get my bearings again and make sure I was okay. I hope everyone else is okay too. I know things are not getting any easier right now, at least if you live in the US. But hey, just keep being smart and being safe and all that good stuff. There we go. Oh, cool. 1-ups just when I needed them. That's okay. But yeah, so we'll see how far we get tonight. I don't know, I'm kind of spacing out for a second. Yeah, we'll see how far we get, and, oh, can I go on right here? Is that what, yeah, there it is. But it would be nice to finish this. It would be a nice casual way to jump back in and at least say I finished Kirby's Adventure. There's not life proof. Hey, at least the music is still banging though. This has a lot of good tracks in it. I don't know, maybe someday as an excuse to kind of show the flip side of it, we'll look at Nightmare and Dreamland on the Game Boy Advance. But yeah, I don't know. For me, I think my top Kirby games are usually the ones that are, like, tend to have just like a real good sense of progression. I think the reason Superstar hits so hard for me, just on as a game on its own, is just because it's so like strong in that regard. Like you start off with simplicity, and then you just keep rolling up to like, you know, you're fighting this like cosmos destroying like metal kaiju beast thing, like time guardian, basically. And then of course the arena and like all the extra stuff in there. It's like, to me, it's like that's the perfect Kirby game, I think. And all the content that gets added in like Superstar Ultra is at that point just like making me happy because there's more game to play. Not that it's anything super special, you know. A lot of it's just like it's extra though, and for me it's like, yeah, I like that, I want that. So I think that's all good. But besides that, though, I think Kirby games I really enjoy. I mean, thinking older, I like this one. I think I just like Nightmare in Dreamland a little more. That's like the nostalgia factor for me. What else? Kirby 3 does not get the attention I think it deserves sometimes. Because I mean, I think Superstar takes the cake. But Kirby's Dream Land 3, if you have the chance to play it, which I think it might be on the Nintendo service. I could be wrong, but it might be on the Super Nintendo selections there. So if it is, cool, go ahead and try that game. Like, if not, I don't think it's too hard to emulate or anything. I just know that one's really expensive because it came out much later in the... damn it! I thought I'd be able to get the life there. Now, Kirby's Dream Land 3 came out later. And the SNES's life as well, kind of ironically. Much of this came out later in the NES's like end of its life. But a lot of those later Super Nintendo games, though, go for a handful more than some of the later NES games do. Depends on the game, of course. But yeah, that's definitely a thing to watch out for. But if you get the chance to, Kirby's Dream Land 3 is worth a look. I mean, most people love 64. I love Kirby 64 as well. I haven't played it in a while. It's a different flavor of Kirby, I want to say. Oh my gosh. I didn't think that crash was close enough to hit me. Yeah, that's a really good one. Shit. What else? I mean, like, obvious ones like Air Ride. I'm trying to think if there's, like, weirder Kirby games that don't get a lot of talk that I really love. Amazing Mirror, I never finished because that one was really weird. It's almost like a Kirby Metroid, like in a because you're like Kirby in a maze kind of. It's a really neat game for sure. I just like never like officially finished it. Maybe that one I'll come back to someday. I'll do it. Like, damn it, I knew that was gonna be there. Anyway, I'm just gonna tank these going up. Okay, now move. Yeah, I would have died there anyway. Let's just stay in the middle. But yeah, oh, you can do that to them. That's, well, would have been nice to know that. There you go. Very nice. Where's I going with that? Kirby games I really like that don't get enough. Oh, Canvas Curse, I think, doesn't get enough love on the DS. That game's weird as hell. It's a very fun early DS game. And if you haven't played it, I'm trying to think. There's sort of like an unofficial sequel to it on the Wii U that I never got to play called Rainbow Curse, and I never heard if that was like a good or bad game or not. But I think it didn't hit for people as hard as maybe Canvas Curse did. But it's still the same idea in which you use the touchscreen to kind of like guide Kirby, who's trapped in a ball form, around. It's just such a weird game that but still feels like so Kirby in that regard. What else? If I'm trying to think of just weird old Kirby games, not weird, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's just like there's other standouts to me, but in terms of the newer ones, I definitely gotta say I think Planet Robobot is probably one of my other like top games in the series. I think it's just a good balance of levels, a lot of really fun gimmicks that don't just feel like it's Kirby getting an invincibility form. Because I remember Return to Dreamland came out on the Wii, like really late in the Wii's life. What's with late Kirby games on consoles? I don't know. But that was originally supposed to be a GameCube game that was shown off along with games like Super Paper Mario, or like what Super Paper Mario would eventually become. Stuff like that. It was like that, DK Barrel Blast, and a couple other games, I think. But yeah, Kirby, it was just called Kirby too. It was like old screenshots of Kirby and like some friends riding on each other, and it was 3D. But yeah, that was originally supposed to be a GameCube game, and then it eventually got just put off and redesigned so many times. But once it finally, you know, got its I can't get out of here without losing my power. Fuck this. Once Kirby Return to Dreamland got its time to shine, it ended up being really good. But what was I gonna say about it? Oh, but its big gimmick for Kirby at that point was you could get like super forms for him. So it was like he instead of Fire Kirby, you could get like a Super Fire Kirby, and they always happened in these rooms that they were like designed to be played around in with. So it's like it was fine, but it was more just like this game could happen with or without these superpower moves, and they kind of like outstaged their welcome pretty early, or like, you know, outdid their welcome pretty early. I want to say, like, you know, it is what it is. Okay, UFO Kirby, yeah. No, I want UFO. UFO's so good. Your mobility's great. Wait, that felt good. There we go. These little buggers just weren't like flying. Oh gosh, please give me that. I want that so bad. Oh, I shouldn't have walked into it. Boo! Damn it. Shouldn't have been. I thought I'd stop myself. Oh well. Wait, are there no more UFOs? Did I kill them all? Oh no. I wanted another UFO Kirby. I guess I could have. Oh, what the hell? Oh, okay. Promise I'm not being this bad on purpose. This is just my default state. Making mistakes and just being zen. I don't know what I'm going to stream going forward, though. I've kind of just been, like, freeballing it lately. I've been experimenting with the idea in my head, though, and I guess we'll see how it turns out. I've wanted to try and stream an RPG for the longest time, probably a JRPG that I'm very comfortable with. My issue with an RPG is, like, the longest game I think I've done on stream so far... Oof, okay, caught it. Is, I don't even know why I attempted to get it this time. It's like I needed it. I wanted to see if there's a secret exit, I guess. Okay, there's not. But yeah, the longest game I think I've done has either been Mario Sunshine or Wind Waker. I mean, Wind Waker was probably it, because those are just games that take a long time, so I, you know, tried to plan those sessions out as I could. Oh, shit. Someone pull ice out of their butt, please. Oh wait, give me the power. Okay, cool. But yeah, I for a while toyed around with the mental idea of like, should I try and stream an RPG and like get something cool out there? And I had to think of like shorter RPGs. So like in my head, like I love the Golden Sun games. The first two are like a nice little, what do you call it, like duology of RPGs, you know, like a nice to be continued moment. That was such a big cliffhanger at the time when Golden Sun 1 got done. Yeah, those are very good. I feel very confident that I could like casually on-stream playing through those games. Mostly because it's like, those games are good for a variety of reasons, but one of the biggest ones is like you don't really need to do a lot of grinding in Golden Sun. You do for one or two moments, but like it takes little to no time. Whereas like right now I'm playing the original Dragon Quest on Game Boy, and it's like, God bless that game's like very simplistic soul. I love it to death. But the flip side of it is that like, oh god. The flip side of that game is that like there are one or two points where you very like clearly need to grind it out to just get to where you are supposed to go. And there's like things to help you, like, you know, hunting down metal slimes is obviously like the classic, like, oh, this enemy is tough to find, but once you find it you get like big experience from it. So that's, hold on. How many are there in this round? Hold on a second. Where was I going with that? Yeah, but Golden Sun is an idea I've toyed around with for a while because I just love those games. I don't think I've done a Game Boy Advance game on stream yet either. Oh shit. There we go, finally. But yeah, is that it? Nice. And some of these levels feel shorter than I think they are when I'm, like, in them. But they definitely stump me at certain points. But yeah, Golden Sun. I've said it a few times now, but I like the game. There you go. If you haven't figured the damn thing out yet. I think there's a laser power-up I want to get back here. Yeah, all these doors basically have secrets now. I'm doing, like, none of the secrets because it's such a casual playthrough. I think that's cool, though, that, like, I thought so much of this game had been revamped for Nightmare in Dreamland, the remake, but it looks like they actually were pretty faithful. And I gotta say, that's pretty, that makes me happy. That's cool. So it's like, I'm at least familiar with all this. Just gotta get good, as it were. I don't know, I've toyed with the idea of streaming a Tales game, because those are often so relaxing in terms of, like, their combat. Even though it's, like, real-time, it's not, like, once you, like, learn your combos and get going for whichever game you're playing. Oh yeah, Meta Knight. Okay, now we actually fight Meta Knight. I'm probably super dead right now. Mias. There you go. Okay. At least you always get a power-up. Oh man, so we're just gonna be grinding this Meta Knight fight right now. I forgot that this happens. I like that you get a little 8-bit Meta Knight right here, though, too. Look at me, so cool. I'm doing alright. Hey, hold on, let's just be a little patient here. Did I get him? Oh wow, I got him at the end there. Cheese him off. And look, you cut his face. He's just like you. Nani? Yeah, so Meta Knight and Kirby are from the same alien race, if you will. Just like caught in different periods of time. Yeah, so now we're at the last area, Rainbow Resort. Yeah, I forget where I was going with this, but yeah, I've toyed with the idea mentally of like a Tales game, since those are fun, and you know, there's so many of those you can always pick. You know, there's always going to be a Tales game someone hasn't seen before. Damn it, I'd like that one up, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get it. But yeah, there's the Tales game could be good. There's a couple other like shorter RPGs I think that are really like, ooh, this could be good. But definitely won't start off with like a Final Fantasy or anything. Just because that does, much as there are several Final Fantasy games I'd love to just do my thing on, like those are big commitments, and I don't know if I'm at that level yet where people would enjoy watching me stream those. I think so far some of the best, my most successful, or at least personally like enjoyable nights have been like, it's either showing off games that it's like maybe I have a little bit of an edge on, or just games that are like, you know, shorter and sweeter and we can finish in like a reasonable amount of time. Whereas like I think Tomba was my first game I did, you know, what do they say, did blind. So like doing that was a nice experiment to like test out, you know, what I'm capable of on stream in terms of like, oh, okay, like I'll do this game and give it a shot, or vice versa, like I'll stream this other game, but I definitely wouldn't want to do a blind RPG run. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Well, so much for that, I guess. Oh, he's still down there. Cool. Yeah, I don't know. There's probably a handful of other ones I'm forgetting out there that have shorter runtimes. But yeah, a nice, good, like, 20-ish hour RPG sounds like that'd be right up the alley for, like, the streaming I've been doing. That's what I wanted. Okay, get back here, Beam. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm actually trying to think right now. It's like, there's got to be other, like, shorter RPGs I know of out there. I love that shit. I love when RPGs are shorter. Like, get straight to the point, you know? You don't have to draw things out for too long. Like, give me the good shit earlier than later. There we go. Also, welcome to anyone who has joined in later in the game at this point. We're actually on the final world of the game. I think we'll be doing all right. I mean, if we actually manage to even see an end screen, it's not going to be 100%. I knew I wasn't going to 100% this game. Kirby games are real good with getting you to try and 100% them. Well, good in terms of like what you have to do usually to go back and get them. Like, even the fact that this game here, because like the first game, again, there's not really any secrets. You just go through levels and kind of get to the end in Kirby 1. But with this game, you really... Ooh, what is this? Oh, it's a boss rush mode. Let's see how much better or worse I've gotten. Shit. Definitely worse. Yep, 100% worse. Ugh, no, it's just... It's rough. It's rough. Oh, I'm gonna have to go in raw for this one. That's fine. Naked Kirby. Kirby, it's a sneaking mission. Okay. There we go. At least, no, I can. Well, no, because he's gonna give me crash if I get this one. I mean, I'll take a boss rush. Just kind of a. There we go. Let's see how much damage this does. Does this just straight up kill? Damn, that just straight up kills. Nice. That shouldn't be too bad. I was like, let me at least take this power, because if I would have yelled again, did the final song for Kirby, then that would have messed it up and killed that guy. Okay, wait a second. Yeah, it just does like it's just lacking that extra bit of tuning that I think most Kirby games tend to have, where it's like I feel like I'm making little careless mistakes that like I shouldn't be making for how much I like felt I know how to play Kirby games most of the time, but this is not. Could be a little better. I'll tell you what. Oh, you. My actual nemesis. Okay, I need to play it real safe and like make sure I don't. There we go, very nice. What power do you get from this thing? Oh, throw. I don't think that was a good exchange. Oh no. How many mini bosses do we have here? I don't think that works well. Like, I'm just gonna go with that. Nice. I don't think his suplex. I think that might have been the same thing. I'll just freeform it here. Okay, so I gotta get right in there when it. There we go. I gotta wait for the jumps just right. Oh, damn it. I thought he was gonna do the regular jump. That's unfortunate. I think I'm back on track for this one. There we go. Very nice. At least doing it the old-fashioned way, though it takes a second, keeps the damage pretty even. And now we're out of this mini-boss tower. I'm fine with that. I actually kind of wanted that burning power, but I just rolled with it at this point. What do I need? Damn it, I wanted to get to the top. I got another extra life or two. Again, not that it really matters, but it's nice as far as letting me know where to continue in the stage. I think there's 6 stages and then the boss. Let's see where we end up at. It's also interesting to me that they like made an enemy that puts Kirby to sleep, by the way. So these like little nightcap fellas here, if Kirby swallows it, Kirby becomes Sleeping Kirby, in which he literally just goes to sleep. It's like an enemy you get punished for eating, basically. Like, I'm just gonna do it. Like, watch this. I don't think you recover health either. But look at it, it's like they put this cute little animation in here. It's in most of the games, but it's like, you want to be careful with that, because obviously it's like, if you get caught sleeping in a bad spot, you're dead, so... I feel like Cutter would be a little more useful in here, but let's see. Ooh, actually that did help. Cool. My instincts were right on that one. Oh, perfect. Please give me tomato. There you go. Okay, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. I also like that, well, because normally I keep missing the doors, if anyone hasn't noticed that I'm a little confused sometimes. Because I'm used to all doors in Kirby games having stars above them, but in this game I noticed actually, at least this version of the game, the stars are only above the doors in which a level is finished. So I think that's kind of neat. As a marker anyway, but that seems like that's more of an NES limitation versus like a design choice limitation. Well, like design choice in that, yeah, we did it like that because the NES has limitations. There you go. Like, what do you want us to do? It's like this game has a bit of slowdown, I'm noticing too. I mean, the game is chugging. See, look at there. That's an exit door at least. Oh, damn it. Okay. But yeah, we should be able to get to the end, I think. I'm feeling okay. Even if you had cut out the time from this darn old thing. Ugh, I can't get over that. Why every time you get hit do you lose your power up? Like, this game does not mess around, but still. I feel like that'd be like a hard mode thing for other games. Or other Kirby games, as they're wants to have. But yeah, I will say though, I appreciate that this even has like a completion percentage, because that's still such like certain aspect of Kirby's. Like, can you 100% the game and like find all the little secrets everywhere? Whereas like I just haven't been trying to get all the secrets in every stage at this point, because like what wasn't my plan with this playthrough? It was meant to be a casual one run through. There we go. Let's get some health somewhere. Oof, that's exactly why I wanted health. Oh no, not you guys. Okay. These shouldn't be too hard to kill. Oh, damn, it came right from under me. I should start in that room though? Okay, yeah, I was gonna say. There we go. Okay, nice. At least these ones are easy to predict, because they're always going to go in a line like that. I'll take that. I only got hit once. Okay. Just gotta focus up and at least make it through this level so I don't have to start from the beginning again. Ooh, almost messed that up, but we didn't. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Come on, number one. Oh, almost. Yeah, my timing is just a little bit off. I don't know if that's because of me running this through the way I have my stream set up. Just getting a delay, or I'm just bad at it. It's probably both. What a deadly combination. I'll take that. I'm sure that'll be useful for something coming up. Oh, nice. I like how Crash always does something different in every game. Just like total wave clear screen. Well that's great that I got knocked into a gravity well. Good thing I was just at the beginning of that stage too. Jeez. It's okay, it's okay. We'll make it, we'll make it. I just hate the delay and like... But I'm far enough away I'm not getting damaged by them at least. Because I cannot tell what the damage radius is for the crashes in this game. I think I'm gonna pass on taking wheelie there. Because... There we go. Cool, I got that one to just try to disappear. Or no, I didn't, but whatever. Oh, see, Kirby recovers so slow in this game, and then I just get knocked into the gravity hole. Ugh. Because whenever the star is at the bottom, that means the gravity's going to be weaker there. Or the gravity is going to pull you down. Not be stronger, not weaker. Like, see, look at that. I got knocked, and then I got knocked into that. That's normal and nice. And watch, I'm not going to be able to get this one. There we go. And of course, there goes that. Oh, fuck. This is actually not great. Like, you have no control over your recovery there. You just have to wait for the stupid animation to not be there anymore. Like Kirby getting burned or something. This is not too hot. I'll tell you. Oh. Okay. We are on like the second to last level in the game, but still, this is not very good. Okay, good. I actually survived that. That's kind of nice, I guess. What do I do about all these other ones? I think staying low is the key. Like, see, look at that. Like, I'm not getting harassed by them so high up. Oh, thank heavens. That was more annoying than it should have been, I think, but that is what it is. But yeah, I think the key to that room was staying lower, because then the enemies just don't knock you off from high up. Oh gosh, okay, can I actually get in one of the cannons for once? Looks like no. Of course, why would I be able to? Oh my lord, I'm just trying to... I'm done with that. I don't even know how you're supposed to get that to go there in time. Major props to anyone who's 100% at this game, in this form. So definitely 100% of the Game Boy Advance version of this. Nightmare in Dreamland. This is a rough boy. I'm enjoying this. It's just... yeah, and this is what's cool. Look at this. So even on the NES, this is so cool. So the last level in little Kirby's Adventure here is a total, you know, homage at that point to the first level in Kirby's Dream Land on Game Boy. Like, look at this. Nice little black and white Game Boy colorings. I think it's like a little, like, view over of every stage. I like when it's just like you have to think about this though too. This is Kirby 2 basically, not Kirby's Dream Land 2, but this is the second Kirby game. You're already getting like these strong little like throwbacks. Look at Kirby dancing in that shit. He's going wild. But you're getting these like strong like very simple throwbacks. So like, hey, you played Kirby 1? Here's this cute little stage at the end that's like a nice little reference to like everything in Kirby 1 in the form of one stage, more or less, where it's like grasslands, forest, castle, etc. With same old classic tunage pumping in the background. And this is like these little moments like this, you're like, oh, I kind of remember that, or like, here's a reference to this thing. Yeah, that's what I think makes Kirby Superstar that much stronger, because that stuff is like smattered everywhere in that game. Like they do their best to just pack it full. So I get, it's nice to see that, like, or be reminded that despite some of my difficulty challenges I've had with this so far, it like this game is still like had the Kirby traditions going like that early on, and I'm down with that. I'm not sure what you unlock for 100%ing this version of the game. I don't think you get Meta Knight as like an unlockable in here. If you do, that's super impressive, because I always thought Meta Knight was like an added part of the or added aspect to the Game Boy Advance version. Like, oh, you know, they added all those unlockables at the end, versus like if that was just in this game, like you secretly unlock Meta Knight for 100%, yeah, that's pretty impressive. And you have to look that up when we're done, when we have a little chat session at the end, like I do before I dip out. Dun, 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 dun. This is real fun. I almost forgot about this at the end. Wait, that feels like a trap. Oh, ooh. See those little pillars there? I thought they were like the pillars, like, okay. Right above me, there are those three little... So, the texture here, on the ones that are right to my left, look like the ones down here, and I thought that was blocking my path. I was like, wait, do I have to go down? I don't. We would finally get to see this area in color, by the way, too, when we played the green, I think what is it called, like Green Greens or Spring Breeze on Kirby Superstar is like a quick 4-act reenact. There you go, the moon is the secret room. A quick 4-act reenactment of what is it? Kirby's Dream Land original. Kind of get the player acclimated to playing the game on that old Super Nintendo Classic, but seeing how much they would just throw in references like that was really cool. I forgot about that. That made me very happy, despite all the troubles we've had so far. Okay, hope you're all ready for some shit, because this is a fun-ass final boss. Get ready for some hype-ass music, by the way. Oh, wait a second. I guess it's not in here. Okay, see, like I said, I've never finished this version of the game. I know DG is the final boss here. And then possibly one more, I'm not sure, to be quite honest, but... I need to watch out for his little hammer pops like that. Yeah, I just let myself die there. I don't know if I should use that warp gate to go get a power up or not. I think I should. Damn it, that made me a little sad because, see, I will say they do kind of crank up the hype dial to 11 in Nightmare and Dreamland on Game Boy Advance. And what I mean by that is that once you enter that fight with DDD, because that's supposed to be the Fountain Dreams stage, which, I mean, everyone knows from Smash Bros. And stuff, but, like, they use the same arrangement of Fountain of Dreams that's in Melee that everyone knows, so it was, like, getting that hype moment, but, like, in a game at the time like that was pretty cool. But I thought we were about to hear some really cool, like, 8-bit rendition of that. I guess not. Maybe it starts later, but that's, like, what that's supposed to be in the background there. Oh, DDD is not taking damage. He's not taking damage. Oof. Let me... Oh, my boy is not taking hits. This was a mistake. No, he's taking hits now. Never mind. Hold on. I just wonder how many hits he would take if I... He's kind of taking some damage. I have to, like... I have to really be careful and, like, try and... There we go. Ah. I don't even have him down to, like, half damage yet. I'm, like, doing okay because this stops him. But, yeah, it's like every hit you take, every time you come into contact with him is just death. I think I'm going to try and wing it on the hammer hits. So I want to see how much damage I can get off, like, the stars from the hammer. They disappear so fast. Really? That did almost nothing. Okay, well, I thought it was just the laser being lame. As long as I don't get sucked into him like that, I can probably survive okay? So there you go. Okay, wait. Okay, that did 3 pips to him. Oop, oop. Nope, don't come there. There you go. Ooh, there we go. That's not bad at all. I feel like I'm doing okay. I just really have to... I think patience is key. I'm so used to Kirby bosses being like a back and forth of like use your powers, wait out different phases, and do that. Whereas like this is much more like wait out for open spots to take or make a hit. Ah, I could have taken that star. There we go. Like, see, that was a good one. Ah, didn't get it fast enough. Oh shit! I took a hit. Okay. Okay. Getting close. I wanna jinx myself just yet. Oh no! That was free stars. Okay, as long as I don't get sucked up. I wanna just have like that extra. Okay, he's gonna do his little crash dive thing. Ah, damn it. I have one more, but that's not what I wanted. Oh, he's gonna do it again. Okay, he's gonna do that. Gotta stay like just far enough away from him. And he's gonna pop out. Oh, I didn't think he was gonna make it all the way across the fucking screen. I would have ran the other way. Damn it. Okay, I think we can get him like that though. I think I get his patterns now. We'll do it the old school way. Because I actually don't like using powers in this game that much. I feel like they're kind of a weird crutch. Like, they're fun at first, but they don't feel as fleshed out and, like, or well-tuned as they were in previous games. That was a hit I didn't need to take. Yeah, that's another hit I didn't need to take. Okay. I just had he had me too back into the corner at that point. Man, if I could get both of those stars, I'm gonna doing a little belly flop, but that's not gonna work. I don't think I can suck that hard. Yeah, right. I can't get into like a ridiculously close enough range. Ooh, nice. I just got that one. Ooh. Let's dodge that in there. Okay, so whenever he does that stupid run cycle, that's when I can go in for that. Oh, there you go. I think I got him this time, but let me just play it safe. Get it just enough away so he doesn't try to suck me up. That's the thing, I can never tell when he's gonna do his little like inhale. Oh, that get blocked by the hammer. Cause he did his mouth opens, but I can never tell if he's gonna like inhale or do that. Like when the hammer's out, you can just get ready. Like see, like there, he looked like he was gonna do his little dash like to tackle me, but it was not that. It was a dash to. There you go. Like he's about to try to eat me there. Oh, did I not hit him because he was off screen? Damn. Ugh. I'm so close. Just need to really... Boom! Yeah, we got him. Thanks, D. But I think it's gonna... Oh, Fountain of Dreams! DD's like, oh no, don't put it back. Wait, what? Oh, is that supposed to be a cutscene? Oh yeah, okay, so you really do fight the... Get ready to play a shmup. Now we're playing a Kirby boss. Actually, oh wow, this feels the best this game has felt so far. See, I forget what this boss is called, but this kind of brings around the tradition of Kirby bosses being like giant orbs at the end too. This one doesn't have a creepy face though, so that's nice. This actually feels the best anything in this game has felt so far, so I'll take that. And like, I already know how to dodge most of these star patterns, and like keep just doing damage to. Not the first... Actually, this was probably the first Kirby game to end in a shmup boss fight. But, like, just look at the, like... Compare this to everything in Kirby's Dream Land 1. Like, again, really solid game. But just nothing on the level of, like, the silly, ridiculous stuff you see in this game. Damn it, I'm about to get hit. The thing I don't like right now is that you don't make noise, or I can't hear Kirby making noise when he gets hit because of what's going on. No, do I have to beat DDD again? Oh, cool. Okay, so I'm at the end. I should have let that whole cutscene play out, but that's okay. Yeah, Clash in the Sky. Shame you don't. Again, shame you don't get like the Fountain of Dreams theme everyone knows at this point, because that'd be hype as shit. Did you hear like the NES version of that, which I'm sure someone has arranged. Yeah, it's looking real rough, but I mean, this is old NES pumping to its limit. Oh, okay, I found the hole for that one. That was what I was trying to do. Is like when he does the stars in a pattern like that, where they cross over. Ooh, come on. Where is it? Where is it? Wait. Did I die? Wait. What? You can die? What the fuck? Okay, so I guess I have to finish that fast. Screw me, I guess. I did not know you could die from that. Let me try and be a little more projective with my shots here. What the fuck? I didn't realize you could die from this stage like that. from crashing into the... I mean, I guess it makes sense. Took a lot of unnecessary hits there, but it is what it is. I was like, just as I was actually observing the screen scrolling and everything looking nice, I was like, oh, we're about to finish this fight off. But I was like, nope, you're just dead. Oof. Like, let me see if I can... Okay. Okay. Ah! Damn it! I mean, I guess it's the final boss. I shouldn't be... Wait, okay, let's watch this cutscene. Oh, wait, never mind. The cutscene's gonna pop back on. I don't remember... You can die from that in the Game Boy Advance version, could you? I don't remember. Not like that, anyway. Problem is, I don't want to get... I feel like being close makes my hits, like, a little more likely to hit him. But again, like, I don't want to not be able to project where his stars are going to come out. Like, yeah, like there, I need to be able to at least like, save my health till the end so I can make some mistakes. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to probably have to take a hit here because I couldn't find the hole for that one. I don't feel like learning the timing for it right now. Oop. Oh, yeah, nice. There we go. Okay. So I guess you can mess... I guess you can just hit the ground if you take too long to do that. That's such a... Damn, this game pulls no punches. Now to the moon? Are we gonna, like, fight him on the moon? Fuck. Okay. Jeez, I forgot that there's more to this. But, okay, yeah, now this is the... rolling movement, I guess. What is even going on? Okay, now I remember this music. Right, and yeah, this is like the big bad that's the main villain, and damn it, okay, I'm gonna have to restart that again. Oh, I'm not ready for this. Oh, hello, friends who have come in right at the last minute and watch me goop this up. Okay, how do I damage him? Like, oh wait, I have to wait for him to open his guts, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what that is. Okay, yeah, but he's taking fair hits, so that's... There you go. Okay, I can do this. This is probably a lot easier than the shmup stage, to be honest. Not hitting him at all. Oh, okay, you know, I'll be conservative on this. I'll be... Oh! Okay, we're not doing too bad so far. We're not doing too bad. I just really have to... Oh! There we go, yeah. But yeah, okay, so this is like the main... dude's face they use for like the villain in the anime, if you're familiar with that. Taking unnecessary hits, but wait, go up. Nice, got one in there at least. I'm losing hits about as frequently as he... Oh. No! Ugh. We're actually doing not bad. And that's what I'm gonna like be mad about if we lose. Oh shit, that's gonna hit me. Yeah, I was like, there's no way I'm gonna get through that. Okay. I kind of recognize some of his patterns now. So let's see if we can... Okay. I just don't want to take not free hits. Or excuse me, I don't want to take unnecessary hitage. But boy, does like movement and everything in this game not feel great. Unfortunately, like it's just that little extra tweak you would expect from a Kirby game. It's just not there in here. It saddens me because this is actually a pretty good game. There we go. I feel like that pattern of his is one that's like guaranteed an easy hit. Shit. Ooh, nice. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna make it through here, but I'll at least get some practice on this and we'll start fresh. Ugh, yeah, there's no way I was gonna get through that. That's okay there. Shoot. Where do you restart from here when you restart from that point? Oh, cool. Okay, they're not being terrible about it. Okay, let's just get right back to it then if that's the case. Give him a star rod, I guess. Boom. Okay. I hate Kirby's jump in this game. It's so bad. Like, I hate that it's not tied to the A button like it should be. Like, that feels so bad to me. Oh, gosh. Missing free hits here. This is not good. It's because I was spending too much time complaining at the game. Like... Oh, that didn't hit. Nothing has been hitting so far. It feels wrong. Okay, like, see, I can hit him there. Should I just play dodge on everything else? Nothing. Yeah, it's just, it feels like everything in this game is too slow, and you have no great time to react, and that is combined with the fact that, like, this is probably, like, this version of this game I am not very familiar with, so it is what it is. Maybe I'll try and work on playing defense more. I hate that you have to wait for his mouth to pop before you can start swinging the rod. That's got to be the worst part of this. It's like, I'm in the right angle to shoot the rod. Like, now. There we go. We actually got one out, but then we also took a hit from it. Like... Like, I'm gonna hit now. Yeah. Oh, okay, we didn't get hit by that. At least I don't think we did. Okay, at least we kind of got some hits in so far. We're not doing terribly, but... I don't think he changes up patterns. Oh, I got really lucky on that one. Jesus. Okay. I try to, like, predict when he's gonna pop open, too, but... Ah, damn it. Ooh, nice. That was, like, just perfect. Okay, I may actually be able to do it. Okay. As long as I dodge and get, like, a... Oh, nope, go down. I don't think it's gonna make it. Damn it, yeah, it's gonna reflect. I need like 2 more hits on him. Oh, that could have been real clean if I got it right. At least dodge, okay. Ugh. The stress. The stress of Kirby. I don't think you can fail this boss. Oh no, I'm gonna die, aren't I? Damn it! Yeah, it's just because I hate the stupid breath thing. Okay, wait a second. Okay, just stay up. Just stay up. Sit down. Oh. Yeah, this really sucks. And then I can't project what his moves are going to be half the time. Like, I really can only take the sure hits that, like... Okay. Anybody. Okay, cool. Oh, wow. I'm doing okay this time. Like, I'm adapting to it a little bit, I feel. But I don't think I... Like, I'm doing okay enough. Like, now I feel like this is a good run. Just too little. Like, you have to project really hard. And I can't read what he's gonna do half the time. I feel like because the game's chugging to keep up with what's going on the screen. Come on, yeah, there we go, okay. Like, see, how was I supposed to react to that? I'll stay in the corner. Like, I'm not gonna get that. Damn it. That would have been a good one if I got it right. Like, see, like, there's no... The game demands the impossible. Which I guess I'm gonna have to figure out how to do if I want to finish this and see this damn ending screen before the night is up. Ugh. At least we got to the final boss. The nest didn't shit itself. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go, jeez. I remember this, but I don't remember this being this bad. It's just the game chugs, and then I don't have enough time to keep up with what's going on. I guess I can watch his hand. That seems to be a bit of a projection on what he's gonna do. This is a bad run. Yeah, this is not very good at all. Oof. I'm probably gonna have to call this one a wash. Nice, okay, that's something, but I don't think that's much for me. Oh, nope. Floating into it already. I'm trying to watch his body and see if there's anything that lets me project. Like, he's gonna pull out with, watch this. There we go. So at least I know in the beginning that's a free hit if I can get that right. Oop. And then my main thing is I gotta not, like, float in the corner like that so much, because that seems to be where I get a lot of extra damage I don't need taken. Like, see, this one is easy to react to, because he has the startup wind up on the spin there. Okay, no hits so far. Okay. And he's gonna curl up in the corner now. Let me drop. Ah, okay, yeah, I could have floated up a little more, at least not taking a hit there from that, but that's fine. We're doing very good so far, but it's just these later patterns fuck me up. Yeah, see, like, that's where I don't need to be taking that damage there. That's gonna reflect it too much. Yep. Yeah, see, I took so many unnecessary hits there. Okay, so he's gonna be here. Yeah, see, that's where I keep fucking up. Okay, that was a perfect projection. I think I kind of get that. I see how to count where his, like, hand is raised, and then at least I dodge those. Okay, don't dodge into that. And he's gonna deflect that. Yeah, that one I'm not good at reacting to. 1, 2. Ah! Damn it! That would have been really solid if I got that in there. I think I kind of get that, but... Oop, no. Yeah, it's, my reactions are not on it there. Oh, no. Shit. Okay, well, I'm just gonna keep going through it. We can do it. I believe we can do it, but I just... Trying to do this fight within the limitations of what this game gives me to control it doesn't feel great. But I'll put John's in on it and just get good, I guess. We're right here, you know. We're gonna finish it. It's just... Okay, let me up, let me up, let me up, let me up. Yeah, I'm not gonna... Oh, I can get behind his back like that? Well, that's cute. That's a technique and a half if there ever was one. I guess I could get behind his back like that. Huh. The ancient technique to try out. Damn it, okay. Maybe I should use my mobility on the battlefield a little more. Kirby, remember the basics of CQC? Yeah, there you go. Wait, come on! No! Oh, I totally botched that. Like, how did I waste such an opportunity? Now. I was like, that's at least gonna hit him. I knew I was gonna get hit by that and not time it right, but... Oh, gonna get hit by that too. Damn it. It's like, I see the problem before it's already, you know... I see the problem and it's already happening and I can't change it. That's one I don't know how to react to right now. Oof. At least I got a hit in there. I got room for one or two more in my arsenal, as it were. Yeah, I cannot react to that one fast enough. Is that always what he's gonna do after that one? That one could have been a nice free hit, but okay. Let me see if I can... No, drop down. You're gonna come over. You're gonna move over for that one. One. Yeah! Is that it? Boom. Go back to NES Death Hell. Got him. Oof. I didn't think I was gonna land that one. Nice. So Kirby did go to the moon. Boom. And that's how we made cheese. Well, yeah, there we go. Hell yeah. Oof. Oh, wow, we got a lot of friends chilling with us here. Thank you to everyone who's hanging out with us. Yeah, but DDD didn't mean any harm. Bad dreams had invaded Dreamland. Yes, see, finally we're getting the plot dump. A nightmare came to the dream spring. Get it? Nightmare in Dreamland? And tried to cause pain to the people. DDD foiled the nightmare by hiding the star rod from him. See, DDD is always up to some helping shit at the end. Maybe if Kirby just knew how to talk. DDD helped Kirby beat the nightmare. Now everyone's dream will return. Dreams will return, excuse me. Yeah, this is like literally the plot. Tonight Dreamland will sleep well. Tonight I might sleep well. I beat this one on stream. Not bad. Yeah, no, this is literally the plot to Triple Deluxe, which I also just finished. Like, DDD gets captured by this spider dude because he thinks he's the hero of Dreamland, and really it's just Kirby. But he ends up getting used. DDD is like the biggest pawn in all of Kirby. But there you go. Oh, I'm surprised I was able to readapt to that boss fight. Not an easy one for Kirby, but a very fun one. Once you really get the hang of it. But man, I forgot about the final part where you have to shoot him in the cape. Hiroshi Yamauchi, rest in peace. It's a businessman who... It's Toriwata Shigeru Miyamoto, Takao Shimizu. Yeah, Masahiro Sakurai, there you go. That's the name everyone wants to see. But yeah, he definitely... Him and his whole gang here were just like, let's take Kirby and crank it up to 11, but only on, like a NES 11. Like, this is still a very... This is good. This game is good. It's a little rough around the edges, because, you know, there's a point where you get to, like... If I, like, playing Kirby Superstar... That's just immaculate. Like, that's just Kirby at that point. You know, very, like, we mentioned Super Metroid earlier, very much like, that's how Kirby should feel. That's how Metroid should feel in a certain way. Like, that's just... Kirby Superstar is it. Once you get past there, it's like, if your Kirby don't feel like that, going backwards is going to feel a little funny. So, especially this one, I think, fits that bill of, like, oh man, all the pieces are here for, like, a wonderful game, which Nightmare in Dreamland proves that. This is, so shouts out to all these composers that they just listed. Hot stuff. Where was I going with that, though? But yeah, just this one is just very, it's simple, it's easy. Man, it's rough around the edges, but I'm glad I got to give this one a fair stab. Oh, look at that screen. The end. Bye-bye. What happens if you press it? So what's my percentage of completion? Let's see. I'm guessing 70%. Oh, 78. Okay. Star General, and then Great Ace. Yeah, I don't have a 100% completed file in here because I've never done it on this card before, but we'll leave it there for now. But let me just let me bask in that one for a minute. Yeah, no, that's good. Kirby's Adventure. I'll let you guys watch the title, or the title roll here. But yeah, good stuff. I'd still come back to this version of this game again. You know, it's rough around the edges, but I felt like I almost want to learn its roughness, if anything. But I mean, it's Kirby. I love Kirby. But yeah, not pulling any punches here. I mean, people will say, "Oh, Kirby's easy." It's like, sure, Kirby's easy, but you know, it's a challenging easy. I think most of the time that at parts where it's not easy in later games, it really tests your mettle and how much you can master the game. So I think that's good. Let's see what else. Yeah, I don't know. Not much else to really say about this one. This one's very straightforward. Let me look it up. What do you unlock for? Because Kirby's Adventure game FAQs. Give me a second. Let me see what I can pull up. Being a little slow here. Oh, excuse me. I do have work tomorrow, so I can't be on for too much longer. But I'll enjoy a nice windscreen for a little bit. Sheets. Permanent copy. What's extra game? So it looks like you can unlock an extra game mode, which I'm not sure if that's hard mode or if that's just... Huh. But either way, it looks like the only unlockables are here. Once you get 100%, you get an extra mode, which I'm not sure if that's hard mode or if you play as Meta Knight in here, which I really don't think they put that mode in here. That wasn't until the remake. And then if you beat the game again... Oh, if you beat extra game on 100%, you get a sound test unlocked, which that's cute enough, I guess. I mean, what took me like 3.5 hours to roughly get through this, and then you subtract the 20 minutes where I had to mess with the NES. Yeah, I think we're doing okay, but here's your little plot dump too. Yeah, Kirby's Adventure, aka Nightmare in Dreamland, aka the real second Kirby game. Even though not to dump on Dreamland 2 on Game Boy, that's a fantastic game as well. But yeah, nice to see this 1993 NES game still trying to pack some punches for how late in its life that this game came out. But I hope you all enjoyed this. It's been fun to jump back on stream again. I know it's been a minute. I'll probably start off with first you get to draw Kirby again. I like that. Boom, boom, boom. There he is. What a cutie. Yeah, it's been fun to jump back on stream, and I'll probably do some other short boys like this at first while I decide like what next big thing I want to do. But I think I'm gonna start something big soon too. Either an RPG like I was saying, or we'll pull another like Zelda length game off the shelf like that. Something to really sink our teeth into, I guess. But yeah, streams are back. For anyone who has stopped by tonight and. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for giving this a chance. I hope you will enjoy more games that I have in the future. I do document most of this stuff on YouTube, so if you want to catch some of my older streams that I've done before, it's just YouTube/RobLink. Go ahead and give me a little follow here if you want to get all those good notifications and stuff so you can know when I'm streaming. I have Twitter as well. It's RobLink. RobLink is pretty much everything. There's links under my stream window. All that good stuff should be down there. But yeah, go ahead and give me those good old follows if you'd like, just to keep things going, help get some attention so you know when I'm on. Usually I stream once or twice a week. I'll probably keep it to Sundays for the moment, but I want to start doing weekdays again. Probably once I start a longer game, like if I do an RPG or something else, we'll have weekday streams again. But at least right now we're doing some fun on the weekends and getting back into it with some short boys like this. But yeah, that be Kirby's Adventure. So this is fun for the night. I am a little tired. I do work tomorrow. I need to go wash up and call it a night. But good. It's good to get this started. Hope everyone is staying safe. Keep doing that. If you are someone who has no choice but to work right now, as I'm sure a lot of us that's just how it be. Keep safe, do all that good stuff to protect yourself, wear a mask, as I'm sure you know, just keep being smart and safe. And hopefully this whole pandemic nonsense will pass sooner than later. That's really all it's about at this point. So anyway, I'm gonna head off to bed and have a good night. But I want y'all to have a good night and have a good week. And thanks for joining me for the night. Keep up with my schedule and my Twitters and stuff. And yeah, I will let y'all know what I'm streaming next. Not sure what yet. I do have an idea though. I have a really big idea for something I want to do for my birthday next month. I kind of mentioned that before, but anyway, I'm just rambling at this point. But there are some good ideas in the can, I feel. Plus some old ideas I think we need to revisit. So anyway, enough. Thank you for joining me. Y'all have a wonderful night. Do all the good follow and subscribe to me stuff so you can keep up with my updates, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good night. Take it easy.